Hey, we did it. We're live.
We're live, playing MK2 with tabmok. Thanks for inviting me on, tabmok.
You're welcome. I'm going to raise up your volume. Yeah,
Okay.
dude, thank you for being here. This is awesome.
Absolutely. You challenged me, and I'm ready to face off to see
For
who's the
sure.
better at MK2, which I think is you. I'm pretty sure of that.
Well, we'll find out. I need to resize my MK2 window. It's a little too big. That's what she said.
So I should get chat up here. Let's see. I'll get my Twitch up so I can see anybody who's entered chat.
Okay, Scarlet Bloodthirsty is here.
Hey, Scarlet.
Pop Culture Fan is here. Hey, guys, I'm watching the chat too. Awesome.
Yeah, hopefully today I'm probably gonna get my ass kicked. I'll probably win some, and maybe Tabmok can teach me some moves if that's the case.
Hey, and Skull Ultimate is here. Hey, guys, how we doing? Please let me know how the volume's doing. Let me see if your controller is set up or if we have to do it again. It's set up. Good.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Let me know how the volume is out there, guys. If I'm too loud, too soft, if BizarrelyFunny is the right setting, the game itself.
Shang Tsung.
And you can join in whenever you want now. You can hit start.
Oh, okay. Let's do this.
Boom.
I have challenged you.
Cyberfox, Ryu Kang. Okay, we got a party going on
Cyberfox.
here.
Oh, got a little bit of a delay there.
Well, that's not good. It's never easy to win when there's a delay.
Yeah, well, I'll just pretend I'm playing blindfolded.
Bring the mask up a little higher. You got a blindfold.
Yep, that's true. And I do have a Sub-Zero blindfold. It's got my eyes.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, we'll
There's
call
a
it
Baraka
Tenchi
one,
mode.
too. Yeah. Saw like Untaped Games recently do a Tenchi Let's Play all blind. Oh! Man.
You missed an opportunity there, huh?
Yeah, I did. So it's down, forward, and what? Let's see, down, forward. Ah, you know it, don't you? Down, forward is in high punch? Or wait,
What are you trying to do here? What move?
the freeze that's a little further away on the ground.
Oh, down, back, low kick. So down, back, circle.
Oops.
Got it.
Oh, there we go. Finally. Okay, I got it. Thank you. All right. So, yeah, obviously I'm going to win this. You can see it. Everybody can see it. Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining us today. For Melina, you want Melina in MK11? I've seen a lot of people say that.
Finish him.
Oh,
Your soul is mine.
Shang
nice.
Tsung.
Good impression.
Flawless victory. Fatality.
I'm not sure. Can they hear the gameplay? I can't hear the gameplay, but that might just be me. It's fine if I can't. I just want to make sure that they can. So,
I'm pretty sure they
Anybody-
can. I have it set up so they could.
okay, cool.
Excellent.
And haven't played MK2 in a long time, Sub-Zero. Yeah, and there's a little bit of a delay too. I'm
That
seeing,
makes it,
his
that-
side.
Yeah, that makes it unfair for you. You don't have a chance with that delay.
Yeah, I could just say every game like this. I could just say that's the reason that I lost.
So we're actually playing with PlayStation controllers. I'm using PS2, and I think you're using PS4.
Yep, that's great.
Yep.
Sub-Zero.
It's raining real bad near me. I don't know if you can hear it.
Round one fight.
What was that?
It's raining so bad. I don't know if my mic is picking that up.
Oh no, not at all.
Oh, good.
Like no background noise at all.
That's amazing.
Oh, I almost got that in.
Yeah, almost. Here, I'll do it to you. How about that?
Oh, oh! Oh, I'm not gonna get anywhere. So what's the hardest you can you go through the hardest mode of the tower?
Oh, yeah. I mean, on this one, there is no mode. You just get the tower.
Wins.
Oh, right. That
But
was
yeah,
gonna
I
be
could
really
do that on some of the games that have those.
Yeah, I don't know if I ever even freaking. I think I beat this one once. that's how bad I am. Because when this came out, I think I was like 7 or 8, and I was trying to really figure out how to do like fatalities and stuff. The only one I remember learning was Strikers, MK3, the crossing the street one. Oh,
The taser, yeah. It's a good one.
nice.
Yeah, I
Is that
love
a Monty
that one.
Python reference by any chance?
Say that again?
Is that a Monty Python reference by any chance? Getting all big and exploding like that?
It could be. Hey, Kuroki, what's up?
Hey, Kuroki. How's it going? Nice of you to join us here today
Yes,
for MK2.
thank you for hanging out.
It's not taking my start. Okay, there we go.
Shang Tsung.
Yeah, you're at a disadvantage. You really are with this.
It's
I feel
okay,
bad.
I like doing this.
Next time we'll
It's
do it
fun.
the other way.
Yeah. That way I can actually. I'll win like one time that way. You'll still like, even with the delay, you'll put all your stuff in and you'll still win. Oh, I love this stage. It's one of my favorites.
Yeah, it's great. This
Oh,
this stage is the inspiration for the phrase "Make Outworld purple again."
Yeah. There needs to be more purple stages and stuff.
Yeah.
Purple stage. Ah, come on. I can't do anything. You guys teach me how to play, because yeah, MK2 is the best. But
Yeah.
there's a delay, and it's making me like. Some of them, it's like it's not taking some of them. It's not taking my downs sometimes.
I'm sorry about that. Yeah, I guess the
no,
software
no.
is not perfect. Not yet.
I just want people to know I'm not this bad. I'm really bad, but this is a little bit. Oh, there we go. Taking it easy on me too, I think.
Maybe a little.
A little.
Sub-Zero.
All right, so that's good.
Round 3, fight.
So, do you guys have any questions for tabmok here about the development of MK2? I'm sure that he knows pretty much everything, and would be happy to answer your questions.
Yeah,
So
I will.
I've gotten 2 of my moves down now.
You want to see a cool fatality?
Yes, absolutely. I would want to see all of them, really.
Well, we'll have to wait till next round.
That was pretty cool. I did a back bump.
Yeah.
It's very violent.
Yeah. Yeah, falling on the floor like that is more painful than the game makes it look like.
Scorpion.
Yeah. Well, this time I'm gonna play Scorpion because you said you want to see a cool fatality, so I want to make sure it's not on me. So we'll let's do this just for fun.
Oh, triple. Hey, Ryu Kang has a
No, let's get
question.
over here.
Do you prefer the ninjas with sleeves or without them?
I actually do prefer them without sleeves, but I don't prefer myself without sleeves. so it's I don't rep it myself.
Sleeves
but I
for me,
do
not
really
for
love-
thee.
Yeah.
Oh, a triple again!
You can do the sweep spam. Oh, no, yeah. Let me do that. Let me get in there. That's what I did as a kid to win. There's all this. No, I'm gonna no. Oh, damn it, Daniel Pacina. To take me down.
Round 2, fight.
Do you prefer? Yeah. Just to be cheap. Let's see. What do we? Yeah, and that is what Cassie said. She thought Outworld was purple.
Yeah, and there's a line in there, I think that's from MKX Story Mode, and Kung Jin replies back, like, well, you can't believe everything you read.
Gotta learn.
Oh!
Oh, there we go. There's a teleport. I finally got something in there.
Do you know the spear?
It's
It's back, X.
backpack.
Got me.
There we go. Get over. No, stay over there.
Yeah, that's right.
Scorpion can't do his moves, or at least that move. Doesn't want you to be close to him. You gotta stay 6 feet away.
3, fight.
How can I not believe everything I read when Outworld has been shown to be purple?
Right.
Finish him.
Ah! Okay, there it is. The
There it
fatality
is.
great for here. Oh, Kintaro! Ho, ho, ho.
Shang Tsung.
Yes,
One
I
of my
love
favorites.
that. I loved having Kintaro in this game. He was a great choice. Like mixing in like a tiger type of, thing into Goro. tabmok and Sub-Zero. What's up, my homies? What's up? Immortal, nice to see you here.
Immortal Big J, what's up, buddy?
Shang Tsung.
I'm just getting my butt kicked. A
You know,
lot.
when Kintaro was first introduced, it was like very mysterious. Like, why does he look like Gore but he has tiger stripes? Like, what is this? And then as time went on,
Right.
they're like, oh, well, he's from the rare Tigrar lineage of Shokan. It's like, oh, dude, they made up a whole like subspecies.
Yeah. I remember as a kid, I really was into him too, and I really hated Montaro though. I really hated Montaro.
Yeah, he's tough. Motaro's not easy to deal with.
Yeah. Oh, like sometimes my moves work.
Yeah. One day they'll perfect this software, you know? Hey, you know what's
Yeah,
cool
'cause
about
it's
this?
Great software. This is called it's Packsec, or right? Isn't that
Parsec.
Parsec? Yeah. So Parsec is a program that's. Well, wait until the kiss of death appears.
Shang Tsung.
Oh, you should look at all those same body parts. I ate a lot of other people's body parts, and they just came out of me, out of my stomach, like Baraka or something.
You know what's cool about this? My Skype isn't causing any issues for the way you appear on the stream.
Yeah, that is great. And you're not having any. Well, you're having a little bit of pixelation sometimes appear with the green screen, but for the most part, it's pretty perfect.
Yeah, and I think on my stream it doesn't have that. Maybe on the Skype it does, but your Skype to me looks crystal clear.
Great. Yeah, I am actually using the camera this time instead of the webcam, so you got to see firsthand what the difference was between those two.
Well, your picture always looks crystal clear. You always look sharp.
Yeah, I have the digital camera attached to this with a cord that I didn't find out about that until recently. It's really a good way to go above what webcams can do. Oh man! So I should take Kuroki's advice. I should just do the sweep all the time. Oh, nummy. I
The
really
floor's
love
glitching
reptile
out.
stance.
I love it how the floor glitches out in this stage.
I didn't even notice that until you just said something.
Yep, it's only that stage and it's only Reptile's fatality, and in fact, earlier versions of MK2 don't even have that glitch.
Wow.
It's amazing.
So it's only this specific one on arcade then, right?
Yes, the latest arcade revision does that. The earlier arcade revisions actually didn't have the glitch at all. They were fine.
No wonder I didn't experience it, because I mostly played MK2 on Super Nintendo. Oh my god, it's so fast now!
Oh, did it get better?
Using your internet anymore. This is incredibly fast. It's like twice the speed now. I feel like I'm playing like Test Your Luck in like one of the.
You know what?
increases.
This stage doesn't have shadows. I wonder if somehow not having to render shadows improve the speed.
Can we make sure this is the stage every time? Probably with the codes we put in, right? Or
Yeah, this game doesn't have those kinds of codes, man. I wish it did.
it's been a little while since I've actually went back to be honest.
Yeah.
As
Oh,
you
I was
can see.
blocking. You son of a.
Oh, I should start blocking you more. I'm just letting everything get in. Oh, whoa. You know.
Fall for it. Fall for it.
No, you fall for it. Oh, I almost got him in the trip crew. Hope you guys are doing good, playing the old school MK2. Thank you, Immortal.
So let me read some of these chats, because everybody has like awesome things to say. Everybody does.
Yeah, there's a lot there.
But yeah, Immortal Big J saw your tweet. He didn't see mine. People always never see my tweets, but they saw yours. So thank you for joining. Yeah, he decided to just come in and say hi. Awesome to have you here, buddy. Kuroki says, Dear tabmok99, will you ever react to the Conquest of the Kamidogu with Bezo? That's actually a good idea, since the two of us did work on it together. Maybe if I can get Bezo on. And Scarlet Bloodthirsty says, speaking of MK2 lore, Scorpion and Sub-Zero are kind of friends here. Scorpion promised to protect Sub-Zero. That's true. That is true, and that stage was the first appearance of Blaze. So how's your speed? How you doing on speed, buddy?
Great. This is like in between the two. This is probably normal.
Okay.
I just got to get my ice slide down, and I'll have all my moves.
Flawless victory.
Have you talked about other games besides MK?
Yeah,
So what
Immortal,
Cyberfox is
Immortal
asking.
Big J. I memorized all of his moves.
Ooh! Have you done any videos on like Karate Champ or any of those that inspired Mortal Kombat, the games before?
You know, I did a video about books that inspired Mortal Kombat.
Books that inspired Mortal Kombat.
John Tobias was talking about a book called, well, shoot, I have it in the other room. What was he? It was about the Lin Kuei. Okay, Dan Pacina was talking about a book also called Skills of the Vagabonds. Now I can't remember the one that John Tobias was always tweeting about. Huh. Well, somebody
Well, I'm
probably
sure
knows.
you'll remember it, and you could like tweet it, and I'll see it there.
It's in the video, yeah. It's in the video. I had it. It's gonna drive me nuts now. I'm having a mental blank.
Maybe I should do more of this kind of stuff to you. Just get you stuck on other things so you don't do well. Oh my! Shao Kahn in the background reminds me I need to finish Shaolin Monks.
You do, dude. It's such a great game. It's so worth it to play through.
Yes, it is. Especially a Scorpion and Sub-Zero from our perspective. It's a lot of fun. I love that staff that Shao Kahn has as well.
Yeah, it's so rare to see it. He never brings it back in any other games. It's just such a mystery, you know?
Yeah, they don't even have it in MK11, do they?
No, never.
That's sad. It needs to make a return. I will, at least you're not going to flawless here. But maybe that's just you taking it easy. Wait, you can do anyone's fatality by changing to Shang Tsung?
Yep. Everyone in the game. Shang Tsung can do every fatality. However, he can't do every friendship. He can only do some friendships.
Well, that's interesting. So, Solak says the Chinese Ninja Connection is the book. Is that what you're thinking of?
That's it. It's either Chinese Ninja Connection or maybe China's Ninja Connection is the title. But yeah, you jogged my memory. Thank you, dude. You're right.
So what was the ice slide again? It's back, forward.
Okay, so it's back, and you gotta do low punch, low kick, and block all at once.
Okay. Ah. I don't think I...
It'll be
Isn't that
like
like...
this.
What?
See, yeah, these two.
Oh, those two. Okay.
Yeah, these two.
Yes,
and
I did it.
you did.
Yes. Okay. By tomorrow, I might beat you in a game. So. Yes, we're doing this, guys. We're learning some things.
You are. I see you improving. Whoa! You got me with the floor freeze.
Oh! You know, it'd be great. You know, I think we might do another like combat coping type of thing. It would be great to have you on to play like an MK like this, where when I lose or whatever, yeah, I donate to charity or something. That way we can donate a lot of money to charity, and you can play me on stream for it. I would love to do something like that. Ooh.
I
Kid
love the
Thunder.
Kid Thunder.
Wins. Friendship.
Oh,
Was there
I
a
missed the
guidebook?
friendships.
Was there a guidebook for the old MK games, or did they not come out with them after the game was out for a while? Oh yeah, there were guidebooks. I've got them all.
I got one right here.
Dude, I love that one.
As you said before, I don't have the ultimate, so I feel like it's not cool anymore. It's just
No,
just
no,
the
it still
original.
is. In fact, if you flip in that book, there is, I think it's on page 14, maybe, they talk about rumors of MK3. They talk about like the ghost of Johnny Cage. They talk about suicide moves.
So combat basics is 13, but I'll find what you're talking about right
It's
now.
around there, maybe 16. I don't know.
Excellent.
Oh, there they are. Yeah, it's the page before. Is it rumors?
Yeah. That's
that
it.
looks like there. Oh, it's probably too impossible to actually read the words.
No, but you
I
could
can
read them.
Some of this if you want. I'm not sure if people do, but we could read like it says number 1. It says for under rumors it says suicides. I actually heard this at the Acme show. Supposedly you can kill yourself before your opponent does. I also heard that there might be a way to kill both you and your opponent to make a losing battle for you a draw.
Dude, they came up with some crazy ideas, and what's amazing is how the Mortal Kombat team made that real. You know, when they introduced the Harakiri.
Yes, I love that, and it needs to come back. There's also a gamer's glossary here of different terms, like turtle, smack, school, poo dip kick.
That's when you blame the controller, right?
Yeah, and there's funk and pimp. There's a lot of cheap ass is in there. Yeah, that's great. So, yeah, you can probably get those guys. Those are probably still, like, on eBay and stuff. I don't know how much they are, though.
No, they're not too bad. Most of them aren't too bad.
I better start. Okay, let me try and play some Raiden here, just because I remember on Trilogy I was able to button mash him, so we'll give that a go.
His torpedo is back, forward.
Hey, that's really easy. I can just do that forever. Oh, no,
Not if I do it to you first.
Oh.
Alright, you want his teleport? It's down, up. Alright, and then to throw a lightning ball is the same thing as freezing you.
Aha! I've learned all the moves. See, that's what's
well,
great
there's
about
one
these
more,
old
and it's an exclusive move to 2-player games. Hold high punch for 3 seconds. Hold square for 3 seconds, yeah.
Oh, hey!
Wait,
Those
press
are
it again?
close. That works, right?
Press it again, and now let go.
Oh yes, I love that. I've never done that move before. Literally
and for
never
some
done
reason, it doesn't work in a 1-player game.
Weird. Oh. What the heck? Oh, shit. No! Yeah,
Boom.
it was more rated.
There we go.
Ooh, nice. Love seeing that in MK11.
Cyberfox
Brings me
says,
back.
I wonder if fans made the rumors or if they did that to test out ideas that people might like to have in the game. I think fans made them all up.
Yeah, I mean, look at Ermac. I mean, Ermac is basically just a rumor.
Yeah. There are still people out there that says, oh no, it's this weird glitch that sometimes happens, but it doesn't.
Yeah, I actually have that Electronic Gaming Monthly where they have the Red Scorpion in there.
Yep.
I've always been curious whether or not that was just Electronic Gaming Monthly or whether or not they might have been involved in that as some sort of a promotion, because certainly would be a good setup for a character they might be introducing. Oh!
You know, people say the same thing about Coke, like when they changed the formula for Coke and everybody hated it, and then when they went back to the old one, like their sales went way up.
Yeah.
People swear, like, oh, Coke did that on purpose to get all the business. But, I mean, really, I really think it just kind of happened to work out that way for them. I don't think they planned it at all. I think it was very consumer
means that the fans really created Ermac, or
Yeah.
Ermacs, which is a collection of souls, which kind of makes sense to fans.
Yeah, and the weird thing is, like, the idea of error macros, that was actually in other Midway games prior to Mortal Kombat.
Weird, so they just decided, you know, it just makes sense for Mortal Kombat as a name or something.
Like, Mortal Kombat fans basically drove that to happen because they would really take everything to the nth level, you know, apply some hidden secret meaning to everything.
And I love that. Because then you guys have to figure out what to do with that. You know, like, do you follow what the rumors are, or do you make your own story? Do you try and mix the two together?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, they have so many rumors to pull from to make them real. And, like, Scarlet was a great example of another rumor they turned real.
How did that happen again? Because I don't seem to remember that.
Yeah, like in the 90s, they would say that there's a glitch that Katana could turn red, and they call her Scarlet.
So it's the same as Ermac then.
Yeah,
Exactly, even the red part.
exactly.
I had no idea.
Yeah, there was some great.
Scarlet knew that though.
There's great parallelism between Ermac and Scarlet in that, you know?
Fight.
Just the female version in that sense. Very different, obviously. Oh man.
And I wanted to say shout out to MK Jasper. What's up, buddy?
Yeah, hey Jasper. Well,
You know,
so
bizarrely
that
funny.
move of rage would only work in 2 players. Yeah, it would. That shocking up close move.
I was telling you yesterday about my trip to Europe where I went to the Netherlands, and Jasper was one of the peeps that I got to hang out with.
Oh, sweet. So he's over in the Netherlands, then. That's great.
Yep.
I'd love to go there. Ah, so beautiful.
Dude, and the stroopwafels, they're great.
Yeah, I've only had the ones here. You know, the knockoffs, the attempting to be them, not actually made. It's not warm, and I need that in my life. Well, actually, why am I saying I'm Sub-Zero? I don't like that. No, I don't. I would never.
You broke character for a second.
Why don't they make frozen Stroopin' waffles? It should be like they have it on a stick and you lick it or something. See, sometimes I break the fourth wall by accident. I'm not Deadpool, I can't.
Oh, I'm frozen.
Oh, got one in. Oh no. Oh, I hate that. I'm just a little bit too far away.
Punch
it's all
kick.
those- I'm trying to remember. Okay, it's this.
Oh.
There we go.
Oh.
There's that. Then there's that.
The humanity.
Part of the reason I got this cabinet behind me, actually, is I wanted to be able to learn how to do the moves on arcade, because there's an arcade not too far from me that actually has Ultimate MK3 in it, and I want to be able to go in there and kick ass. So.
Now, is it my imagination, or did I see that you had an arcade one-up machine the other day?
Shang Tsung.
Oh, right there! It's literally right behind you.
It's directly behind me. I'm blocking it off completely, but yeah, I do. It's just not on right now, and that's how I would plan to practice for arcade before I go on like MK3 or because we have an arcade called Ground Control not very far from me. It's like a barcade, and they have Ultimate MK3. I think they may even have MK2 there.
Yeah, when things go back to normal, I need to go visit that.
Yeah, there's not a lot of arcades left, but there's a lot of barcades opening up. There's 2 over here actually. But then again, this is kind of the bar hub, Portland.
Shang Tsung.
Oh,
Is that a Baraka mask behind sub? Probably.
yes, it is.
Okay, Cyberfox wants to know, can you pick who Shang turns into, or is it random? Yeah, you pick it. So like if I want it to be Katana, I press block 3 times, and now I'm Katana.
Could you go through all of them real quick?
Yeah.
That'd be great to see.
Okay, sure. Scorpion is up, just like his fatality from MK1, up. Now,
Sweet.
I have to wait 17 seconds in order to morph
Really?
back. Yeah. Let's see. Melina is hold high punch. Let go. Now I'm Melina. It's just like her side throw. See, there's like a logical reason why they chose Scorpion and Melina's morphs. Oh, Sub-Zero. Same as his fatality from MK1. Forward, down, forward, high punch, and now I'm Sub-Zero. Whoops. Oh, I set myself up for that one.
Yeah, I know we ran out of time anyway. But that's great. I would love to learn like this. I'll probably like watch your part of the stream back so I can just like remember how to play Shang and move to the different characters.
I just did Baraka. He's down, down, low kick.
Oh, sorry. I'll let you go ahead and go through the rest of those.
Who am I missing? Johnny Cage, back, back, down, low punch. Bam! Right in the nuts. And again. Liu Kang is back, back, forward, forward, low kick. Right as Ryu Kang asked me for that, I did it. Who's left? Kung Lao, back down, back, high kick.
So, is it true? I think I heard Daniel Casina say, or somebody like him say, isn't Anthony Marquez? Is that how you pronounce his last name?
That's it.
Wasn't he supposed to be the original Scorpion, and he hurt his leg or something like that?
Yeah, he dropped a weight on his foot.
Ooh.
So that kind of ruled out he couldn't go and practice the punches and the kicks and all that stuff.
Did that make him Kung Lao, or would he have been both, do you think?
Shang Tsung.
I don't know. The part of Kung Lao may have gone to somebody else.
It's interesting how something like that can just change pretty much everything.
Yeah, it really does.
He's the Kung Lao, or Kung Lao, in my opinion, you know.
Who else do I need to morph into? Raiden is down, back, forward, low kick. And I think that's all the morphs. Did I show everybody? Did I show Reptile? Reptile's up, down, high punch. Thankfully, Tony ended up becoming Kung Lao. That was Ryu Kang. Scarlett says, by the way, Tabmok, why did they do it when you freeze or do something like that twice it gets back to you? Just for fun? Oh, okay. It's to prevent people from being too cheap. That was like a big concern. It was a balance thing. I mean, think about it. If he's freezing me over and over again, it's like, get back here, you. If he's freezing me over and over again, it's very difficult. So he has to kind of watch it so he doesn't freeze himself.
It's fun just ice sliding around. Makes me feel like I stay alive a little bit longer.
Right? There we go, stage fatality.
Oh, I love that.
Which I want to train you to do. You have to go right up next to me and hit down, down, forward, forward, block.
Down, down, forward, forward, block. And it's blocked separate from one of those forwards. It's just all in a row like that?
You could kind of press it like almost at the same time, I think.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't show Jax. I didn't show Jax at all on this stream. So Jax is down, forward, back, high kick. Like this. But I gotta warn you, I'm like awesome with Jax. He's the best.
Oh, man.
Whoa!
I love that trip.
So, you want to see if we can fight Smoke?
Yeah, that'd be great. How many matches was it for Reptile and MK1?
So for Reptile and MK1, it was more like you have to fight on the pit. Yeah, uppercut me. You have to fight on the pit. There has to be a shadow in front of the moon, and you have to win with a double flawless and a fatality without using block.
So specific.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is my favorite portal stage actually. This one, or the one with the spikes above. You know that you can uppercut somebody into the spikes.
Yeah. See if you can uppercut me. Maybe one more uppercut. All right, we're not gonna fight Smoke this time. Well.
Ah.
Yeah, too bad.
Hats off to you on that one.
Jasper.
I wish I could remember all the moves.
Jasper told another awesome story, which is true. I think I was there in the room when they said it, or I definitely saw a video of it. Philip Ahn was asked to do the ninjas or Shang Tsung, right? And he chose Shang Tsung because Danny was already the ninjas at MK1, and with the mask on, no one could see his face. That's right. Philip wanted everybody to see his face. Either that or, you know, he wrote a book. Philip Ahn, the man who played Shang Tsung, wrote a book called Mortal Doctor, and he shares a lot of those stories behind the scenes.
Yeah, definitely check that out. And isn't he, right now, since he is a doctor, he's working on the front lines as well.
God, I can't
coronavirus.
imagine how busy the dude is.
Yeah, so definitely check out Mortal Kombat Doctor. You can follow him on Instagram as well. Is that his main place that he likes to promote his stuff?
Yeah, Instagram is his biggest one. You're right.
Sweet. I'd love to be able to meet him. All the legends, really.
Yeah, dude, we got to get you out to one of those things. They go to C2E2, they go to Game On Expo, they go to all these different things. I follow them pretty closely, so when there's another one, I'll pretty much know.
Oh, ooh.
No
Oh.
flawless.
I would love to. Man. Seeing Sonya in the background reminds me of that that one event that they did. I think it was in the UK. Ooh, hey! I haven't seen that one in a long, long time.
The ice grenade, yep.
I saw that in my list, but I definitely knew I couldn't do it. He haven't got that book. I haven't got that book. I would love to read it. Yeah.
You should, and now it's an audiobook. I haven't gotten the audiobook yet, but I need to. I'll
I'm gonna
listen
get
to
the
the book
audiobook,
I've already
sure.
read.
The Deadpool. So when is Deadpool coming in? Come on, I mean we have the Deadpool stage. He would fit right in with all the violence. I know he's Marvel, but you got a stage after him.
Out of all the Marvel characters, Deadpool would probably be one of the best fits.
Yes. He
Whoa!
would. Oh, I froze you up there. That seems rare.
Whoa, but that counted as a flawless.
Well, the ice doesn't, the freeze doesn't do anything, does it, in terms of damage
Nope.
itself? Ooh. The fall should, though. Fall from the sky. Oh.
I mistimed my sweep. All three heads of yours are gone.
Yeah, I know Deadpool's Marvel and Mortal Kombat's Warner Bros., but there's a lot of actual jokes about, not jokes, there's a lot of talk about there maybe being a crossover game of some kind.
That'd be
By the way,
pretty sweet.
thank you for the triple uppercut fatality.
Oh yeah,
I-
all three of your heads are gone.
Yeah. I just, what am I, like a Pez dispenser or something?
Right. No, you have so many masks. I feel like you could do something like that in real life, where we like knock off three of your heads and each one has a different mask.
Yeah, like have like one of those masks where it has part of the face attached to it.
Right.
Scorpion's face or Sub-Zero's. Ah! Deadpool wields ninjutsu. That's true, but he's as fun and not serious as Joker. Not serious as Joker? Well, I mean,
Why would he
Joker-
be so serious?
Yeah, why so serious? Joker's pretty dang not serious. I think the only thing that makes him a little serious is he's completely insane, but that's the same thing with Deadpool, but I guess maybe, one's evil and the other's like a kind of an anti-hero type of character. Deadpool would be like Scorpion in a sense, or Spawn.
Oh, come on!
Again!
I had
I
a
love how
fatality
good
planned
the
and
fatality-
everything.
Yeah.
Ruined it.
Sorry. I think Joker doesn't fit MK. Well, I mean, he was in Injustice, and you had MK characters cross over into there. And I think he does fit in many ways. I love his fatality. I love the cake one. We recreated that because it was so great. And I wasn't sure at first about him when they first introduced him, especially with the different design. But once I saw more and more of him, I realized it made sense. I don't like there being a million guest characters in either, but at the same time, the guest characters that are getting in are generally really high quality, like we have Ash probably coming up. And I've always wanted to see something like that, like Ash in a game like this.
Yeah, and we'll see if they do it. Just one head this time.
Yeah.
We'll see if they do Ash or not. I mean, there's so much back and forth on it. Like even Bruce Campbell is like, I'm not really sure if I am or not. He had to issue a statement.
It's strange because he said at first that he wasn't, and then I feel like he came out later and said that he was more recently, but then there's probably that statement as well. I always wonder if it's just like they're trying to pull the rug out from under us. They're just trying to make sure that I just don't know what it is so that I can just still stay excited about it still.
Yeah, because then they can kind of gauge the audience and be like, do fans really want it or not?
That's true. They could decide, you know, right then and there without actually having announced, just teasing a bunch of stuff. Lots of teases of Melina and stuff like that. I'm still wondering if somehow she could pop in. Ooh. It's early to speculate, but if Injustice 3 is to have any guests from MK, I kind of want it to be Liu Kang. Oh, nice fatality there. Or at least him with the fire god powers.
That would actually be pretty sick.
Fatality.
I'm not gonna lie, like, playing as Mortal Kombat characters in other games is actually more fun than the reverse, I think, for a lot of MK fans.
Yeah. And it's not as controversial, definitely.
For whatever reason, that's true.
It seems to be like, oh, is this working? I don't know if the controller's working still.
Oh, shoot, did it desync? Start doesn't do anything?
It's like it's going, it keeps going back up, but it's not actually, yeah.
Well, I'm pressing a button to make it go back up.
Oh, okay.
Shoot.
Yeah, no, it's not actually functioning. Let me disconnect it and reconnect it.
Maybe that's why I managed to get a double flawless.
I thought I did something. I was moving around at least. Yeah, no, it's not working. You might have to go back into those settings real quick. I don't know why it would have crapped out all of a sudden.
All right, let's see. Yeah, that sucks,
Shout out
man.
to tabmok99 for winning 22 games in a row.
Here's the 22 more. All right, see if you can press start. It has no effect.
I feel like we had this problem a little bit before, too. One of the times.
All right, I'm going to close out of the game, and I'm going to reopen it.
Poor Subby is the punching bag. Yeah, I mean, like, just like in the trailers, right?
It's so true. Yeah, Subby always dies in the trailers, but hey, like I always say, he got his own game.
Yeah.
How many Mortal Kombat characters can say they got their own game all to themselves?
Just me, right?
Right?
I mean, because, I mean, you could say Shaolin Monks is Kung Lao and Kang's story, but it's not one of them.
Excellent.
Well, there goes my win streak, but let's see if your controller works now. Okay, see if you can press start.
All right, there it is. It's now on Joy 3.
I see that. So we have to
one.
reconfigure everything.
You guys get to see firsthand what setting up this program's like. It's a very good program. It's got a little bit of issues it needs to work out, but it still is like an incredible. Wait, that I put that on the wrong one. Can you? Yeah, thank you. It's still a great program. Tabmok introduced me to this, and I didn't have any idea. You basically could play pretty much almost every game with somebody online. Block. And mostly like your old games like PS2 and earlier. It's really amazing program, but I had no idea it existed. So, like, it's so many more games than you regularly get. Like, those old emulators can go online very easily, but never been able to do PS2 like this.
Oh yeah, I did play some MK Shaolin Monks with the guy before. You ever seen the Survived Combatants channel? We went through MK Shaolin Monks. He's great.
Did it function properly? I mean, since it's a PS2 game. Oh, I think the window's in two different spots, by the way, on the actual screen.
What?
I think the window's on top. Yeah.
Wait.
Somehow it's separate. Yeah, there you go. That's
better?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's
Long
crazy.
live MAME.
Yeah, it is through MAME and Parsec. With those two apps, we got it. And then my
Yeah,
stream didn't want to work as long as Skype was connected. So what I did was I shut down Skype, started up the stream, and then reopened it. It was awesome. Oh, that's fun. That's fun. Playing the cat and mouse game.
Yeah, it's the only thing I can do.
You slide now. See what happens.
No.
It's not gonna fall.
No. Oh, I almost got me. Okay, so how about each loss? How about we make it each loss I have to donate to charity? So whatever we end up with at the end of this, Tabmok, I'll let you decide where this money goes, just like last time. So you guys can count the losses. Actually, no, we already have that count, don't we? Somewhere on here.
What are you gonna pay? Like $1 per loss?
Yeah,
or like
$1 per loss.
$10,000 per loss?
What did you say? $10,000
Per loss?
Yeah, I have that kind of money. It's lying around in the background.
The Lin Kuei does very well.
Yeah. Oh, come on. Stupid Sky. Yeah, I definitely have to get this board. Got you.
Oh!
Aha. Oh, that's close. Ah! Oh, I almost won a round. I almost won a round.
Round 2, fight.
Yeah, you just have to decide. Just send me a message later on, and we'll figure out where you want that to go.
Yeah, we will. We'll figure something out. Well, you know, we could let the chat decide. Last time, I think we fought COVID-19.
Yeah. We can totally let the chat decide on that. That's absolutely a great idea. I wonder how good Kawhi pays the Lin Kuei. Like you mean my members? Like how much they get paid? Well, they get fed, and they get shelter.
I have a feeling that the Lin Kuei members get paid per job, right? Like for every assassination or every mission that you carry out, there's you get a chunk of money for yourself.
Yeah, it's like a hitman, you know.
Right.
It's the old school hitman.
Round 1, fight.
Right, but on the other hand, it could be one of those deals like the church used to do with their priests, where they don't pay them any money, but they put them up and they take care of their basic needs.
Yep. And it's probably a little bit of a mixture between those two. I mean, I know it is. What am I saying?
They have to have petty cash, though, right? Like, if you're a ninja, you need to be able to just have some coins, go into a store, buy some materials, right? Without attracting too much attention to yourself.
Right. And that giant freaking throne room and stuff that we have over there in our temple. Oh, took a lot of money to make that. A lot of work. Had to bring stuff up into the mountains. Difficult. So you pay as free living then? Yeah, definitely. Yeah, free room and board.
But hey, you get a
all,
private
like,
jet. You know that, right?
What was that?
You know Sub-Zero has a private jet.
Are you talking about my ice dragon?
In the Mortal Kombat II comic by John Tobias, Sub-Zero has like a freaking hovercraft.
What? I did not know that.
Dude, you gotta get
Show
those
me
comics.
that.
I would love for you to get the comics and read them on stream one day.
I would love to do that. I'd love to do like comic reading for the Mortal Kombat comics. That'd be great to go through like all of them. Start at the very beginning and work all the way through MKX and MK11. I think there are MK11 comics, aren't there? I don't think I've even actually checked them out yet.
There are not, but there is that Scorpions Legends cartoon, so I think a lot of people are more familiar with that than they are with the comics.
Right, of course. Still have to see that. Ah! Damn it, Baraka.
Bam!
Somebody else's face.
Right there. Let's head off.
You holding out on us, Subby? No, I'm not. No, I am actually, because I want to donate to charity today. I want to make sure that more money goes to charity, and the only way that happens is if I lose. So What can I do? Hey, it's reptile stage.
Hey, so how do you feel about this? Ryu Kang asked, now that Mortal Kombat is essentially a multiverse, how does Sub-Zero feel about discovering other versions of himself?
Oh, I love it. I love hearing the backstory of like what small little event changed everything. Like, you know, like some of us don't even like the same ice creams. It's weird. You'd think we'd all like the same ice creams, but life events happen. That's mainly usually what the thing is that's changed when I approach them. They just like different flavors, but sometimes, you know, there are major significant events that happen at different points in time. Like in one timeline, Scorpion doesn't kill my brother. It's actually Quan Chi directly. It's weird. I don't know why he was deciding to do that, but maybe something happened in his life in that timeline. You'd have to actually go pretty deep in there. Raiden might know though.
Hey, you're 100% right. That is the facts.
I got something right. Yes. There. I would love to see you and like History Behind the Warrior do something together, because you both have the lore down, and I think that'd be great to see you guys do some sort of a Q&A or just talking about MK history.
I would love to do something with him. And you know, we've been in touch. We've been in touch before too. Yeah, we should definitely come up with something together.
He's a good dude.
He is. Really nice guy. Really super friendly. One of the friendliest of all the content creators at that level. Oops. I'm Liu Kang.
Ooh, oops. Hey,
he's like one of the most approachable guys at that level. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I can tell. He seemed really, really sweet. And I saw that he did well in a tournament not that long ago, too. I was really happy about that. Oh, no. Oh. Yeah. I had to make sure it wasn't a flawless again. In Earthrealm, 1995, the Scorpion and Noob Saibot, when he was Sub-Zero, were slaves under Shang Tsung's power.
Dude, that is such a brilliant comment. I see everything he's doing there. He's talking about, he's using like a parody of the DC Universe naming scheme, where they'll say like Earth 1, Earth 2, Earth 52, Earth 66, and then he's saying Earth Realm instead of just Earth. So that's brilliant. And then he's talking, of course, about the movie, because the movie came out in 1995.
Oh man! Oh. Yeah, that's a good crossover. All right, guys, I'm off to work. Have fun until next time. See you later, Jasper.
See you, Jasper. Thanks for dropping in, dude.
I'm just joking around, Subby, because he said you have a private jet. Yeah, I have to see that. I have to see that, and I guess I am really rich then. I must be if I have a private jet.
I did want to say a shout out to IceFang601. He sends hugs.
Hey, IceFang.
He sends hugs our way.
Oh, now I see ya. Sub-Zero has what? A private jet. Basically, I don't take coach or anything like that. I have to get around all rich person style, which is weird because I'm destroying the planet and getting rid of the ice caps to some degree by doing that. Which is
Sub-Zero has the power to fix that, though.
True, yeah. We'll just Mr. Freeze the whole world.
Or at least the ice caps.
True, yeah. I just spent 5 minutes on them. They're back to normal. The polar bears are fine again, and
I was
do my moves. And the penguins too for Scorpion, since he likes to turn into one.
Okay, here it comes. Ready for Toasty?
Love the classic. How's it going, Ice Fangs? Thank you guys for joining us here today for this MK2 stream, and thank you Tabmok for having me on.
Thank you for being here, buddy.
Appreciate it. I love the nostalgia you're giving off with not only the background, but we're playing MK2 here. Feel like I'm stuck in the mid-90s. Love that time period.
I always feel like I'm stuck in the mid-90s.
I wish I could.
I wouldn't say stuck either. That's not the word I would use.
Vacationing.
Yeah.
Do you ever use that it's like My 90s TV? You ever seen that?
What is this?
It's a website that you can go to that just has a bunch of clips that are put together from YouTube that are things that took place in certain years on TV. And so you can see old commercials, old music videos, old pieces of content from different channels and stuff that are all kind of based on year. And it plays on an old TV looking thing, so you can kind of emulate the experience of what it was like to watch those things back in whatever year it was.
Nice. All right, my 90s TV. That sounds cool. I wonder if they have Mortal Kombat Conquest.
I'm not sure. Sadly, I think that might have a copyright. You know, they might have like some of the fights or something pop up, but probably not the full thing.
True.
I think some of the fights are on YouTube, aren't they?
Yeah. Well, I have the whole set on DVD though, so I'm good with that. But still,
Yeah.
it is fun to see them in another spot.
How many wins are you up to, I wonder? Because this isn't counting your old ones.
Oh, if we count the old ones, it'd be like 30.
All right, that's not bad at all.
So here's some trivia for you. One of the background elements in this stage came from Conan the Barbarian,
Wow.
the movie. Yeah.
There's so many references built into this. So many inspirations. I want to see those Mortal Kombat books that you're talking about. The Chinese ninja connection and all that. Ooh.
I like how Shao Kahn still stays bright.
Yeah, he's so over bright.
Everything got dark except
back.
for you and me and him.
I'm doing fine. How about you guys? Staying frosty? Yeah, I'm staying chill over here.
Hey, it stopped raining over here. That's good.
Right on. Rain's done with his business. He was emotional. That's
Yeah.
what happened.
That's right. Do you have any rain costumes?
Yeah, I have a rain costume somewhere. I don't know where it is offhand, but I can find the mask pretty fast. I have the MK9 rain mask.
Oh, wow. Awesome.
Yeah, it pokes into my eyes, though, a little bit. One of those ones that's, just a little bit uncomfortable to wear. So many masks are.
One thing I wanted to congratulate you on, dude. When you talk through the mask, you sound so clear. Like you've mastered the art of your speaking voice through that mask.
Thank you. That took a long time. I think the reason it happened is I think that we started with these masks that weren't even like cotton. There's like a polyester material. It's really thick and hard to actually talk through. And nobody could hear us. We didn't have good microphones. So I just scream at the top of my lungs. And I've just never undone that, no matter how easy it's gotten to... Like, this mask has holes all the way throughout. So it's very, very easy to talk through. So maybe that's something to it, too. Because I could have worn this cloth one, and that would have been a lot worse.
Now, is that mask like a Scott paintball mask?
Yeah, it's basically a lot of these are made kind of for paintball, for the intention of using for paintball, and that's I think where a lot of these masks evolved from. Were paintball people that wanted to have a paintball mask that looked like a Mortal Kombat mask.
So
that's what Hidden Assassins, which is one of the early mask makers. Most of his masks say airsoft, and they're kind of made for that purpose. So.
See, in Mortal Kombat II, right now, what we're seeing is cloth masks. But if you look at the endings, they do have paintball masks on, legitimate paintball masks.
Yeah. I'm gonna get those masks too. We have some coming from Russia. Once again, Russia.
Yeah, Russia's got everything. I've got an original Scott paintball mask in the other room. I could get it out later.
That'd be great.
Well, you know what? Maybe I'll do it now. It looks like Noob Saibot because I didn't paint it. I didn't take it apart or anything, but just hang tight for a minute. Maybe you can entertain the chat. I'll be right back with the paintball
I'll
mask.
read some comments in the chat. I'd love to see it. Am I the only one who likes the idea of past and present versions of characters as seen in MKX and MK11? No, I love that. I love the moving forward aspect. That's actually why I do think that the MK originals here could come into a new game as well, because you could just show them older, and actually have them as their age now. The ones from the original 3 games. I think that'd be a great way to bring them back. Agree on that. You speak clearly with a K. Thank you, Scarlett. He has mastered the art of masking his voice. Puns. I like that.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
And I love that shirt that Tabmok's wearing, by the way. He's got to do a move to get the pizza. Oh, there. Yeah, that's old school right there. I feel like that is totally noob. You just need to have like a little bit of black right there, and then it kind of fills it in.
So people were checking with Dan Pesina and asking him what kind was it, and he'll tell people like, oh yeah, it was a Scott brand. I don't know if that shows up, but yeah, Scott is the brand.
Can you still get those?
It's hard.
Oh man, a lot of things in your collection are like that.
It's hard to get. I still want to get like one of those old school Baraka masks. Rich DeVizio actually told me what kind it is. So if it ever pops up, I'm going to try and keep my eye out for that. But yeah, stuff like that is amazing. And a lot of collectors
do you search for those.
Well, a lot of cosplayers will go and take like the Scott paintball mask, and then they'll paint it blue and be Sub-Zero. They'll get another one and paint it yellow and be Scorpion. Like, it's amazing how the attention to detail. Like, they want that exact one that they used.
So yeah, if I was able to get that, I just cut that top part out and then just paint it, and then I have the exact mask.
That's it.
That's great. I don't know. I'll never find it, but the ones that are coming from Russia are actually pretty accurate. They look like, Cooking with Scorpions mask, which of course is the same mask as this. Why did they choose to have a different mask for the endings than actually in the game? Well, actually,
I'm glad you asked me that. They wanted to have the paintball masks on all the time. They really liked that look the best. But they just wouldn't stay up during the fighting. When they were doing the moves, they kept falling down. So they said, all right, we'll have to go with cloth. But at least for the endings, we'll have the real masks that we want to portray.
And also in the titles, or in the character select screen, too. You get that there, too.
You're right. You're right. Yeah, like here, you can see them. So Beaver Tom says, what's up, tabmok99? Hey, what's up, Beaver Tom? How we doing, buddy?
I actually would have thought the opposite from my experience. I feel like these masks, but it's different period of time, so it's probably a lot harder to probably one strap and stuff like that. But this is very easy to stay on, whereas the cloth ones, they're very hard to breathe through. I don't know. I would have a hard time trying to do moves while breathing in that recycle there. A lot of you at home probably know what that's like after wearing masks lately. Ooh. Warm air that you got to deal with.
I was just speaking with one of those COVID-19 masks on, and my voice doesn't carry as well through that mask. It's different. There's a different quality to it.
Yeah, some of those ones really block sound up. It kind of just bounces around in that. Oh, I feel like I'm getting worse, but that's fine. We're chatting it up here. We're gonna donate. I'm gonna donate to whatever charity Tabmok wants this to go to after he's beaten me. We have no idea how many actual losses I think I'm gonna get to. I think it's probably gonna be around 50 if I had to guess. The rate we're going.
Okay, so Cyberfox says, I have a video request, a video about the MK cartoon. I'll gladly draw the thumbnail for it.
Ooh.
You've seen the cartoons, right? You've seen Defenders of the Realm?
Yes.
Well, there's like 3 different cartoons now. We've got Defenders of the Realm, we've got The Journey Begins, and we've got Scorpion's Revenge. So yeah, we've got a lot of choices now.
I miss Defenders of the Realm. I should rewatch it. I miss all those different things like Nightwolf's dog. Was it Kiba or Kiba? I can't. I know that in MK11, isn't it a different letter?
Yeah, it is. I have a whole video about that.
Right. That's right. I did see that video.
I got a closed caption reader, and I got a copy of the old script, like production documents of the old cartoon, just to see. Just so I could say, yes, it was definitely Kiva with a V back then.
Not.
I'll do my research. Man. I'll do some hardcore research there. Most people will just say, oh, I can watch Defenders of the Realm online somewhere. I can watch it on the computer, so that's enough. But I'll track down my old VHS recording that I have from when I taped it off of TV and plug it in through a closed caption reader. I really want to make sure I got this.
Wow, and then you also use that that look back in time thing to see different periods of time of websites as well, and so you can even see the things that they updated over time into it.
Yeah, the Wayback Machine is a great tool. You can see what the websites used to look like back when they were up.
Oh, yes, I finally got something in.
That's what she
We're
said.
gonna get back from this. Oh, man. The thing too is you do get better at like individual Mortal Kombats. You will get better a little bit at other Mortal Kombats, but then you'll also unlearn parts of them too.
I know.
So I was last playing MK11, and then this is like a little bit hard to adjust to.
Yeah, it's crazy because like if I play MK9, the moves for Katana and Reptile are so different. Like once I get used to those button presses, then playing this is tricky.
Yeah.
I didn't know that the
being
name
able
meant
to
wolf.
jump around though.
I didn't know that the name Kiva actually means wolf. That's crazy.
Oh hey, I didn't either. What the heck? Oh! I just want to win one. Sorry guys, I know I'm terrible.
You're
but
on
it's
a
okay.
disadvantage though. With the lag that affects you but doesn't affect me, that's like such a ripoff.
It's been a lot better though recently. At first it was awful, but it's like it got used to me being here or something, or maybe I'm not freezing it up as much. I've only played MK3, MK9, and MKX. I really want to play all of them, but I don't have a console or money for the PC version. I wish I could help you with that right now, Ice Fangs, but I do think that in the future, once the PS4 and stuff is a little bit cheaper during the holiday season, since the PS5's coming out, I might be able to hook you up somehow. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that's gonna go back to you guys.
Hey, you know what?
The near future.
You know what? Not everybody knows this, but I can actually point to a really good deal with GOG Games. That's GOG. They have a collection of MK1, MK2, and MK3 for less than $5, I think.
So the GOG one, that functions better than the Steam one, doesn't it? Because I have issues with the Steam version I have, but GOG is generally speaking a lot better at fixing those issues for older games because of course that's what their website's about.
When we're done, I'll see if I can help you with the Steam version.
Cool. Yeah, because it just like can't do any inputs is what really happens. It's like it says, you know, it'll be like press enter to go into it, and then you press enter, it doesn't do anything, and you try on controller, it doesn't do anything.
Right.
So I'm not quite sure what that's about, but oh, damn. I'm a fan of how good you are at this.
Thank you. Shang Tsung is my favorite because once you've learned all the moves for all the characters and the ins and outs of them, it's so satisfying to play as him. And even when they bring Shang Tsung back in a new game, to me, it's like never quite the same because I know he can't do what he can do here.
Right. What back then? What were the best players in terms of like what did people like to play the most that were the top players?
Melina was probably the best character in MK2 for sure. Reptile was considered the worst, the lowest tier.
Oh, I would have thought he would be somewhere in the center.
No, they moved Reptile up. In Ultimate MK3, Reptile is really considered one of the strongest.
So they had him under here, and then he just gets a little OP to make up for it next game.
Yeah, I guess they learn from what fans were saying, and they try to rebalance it a different way, you know?
Damn!
There we go, I love this one.
Yeah,
hey, let me see if I can get a link to the good old games.
Flawless victory. Fatality.
My MKX is on Steam. That's where most of my games are, besides World of Warcraft and besides Warcraft and Overwatch. Yeah, me too. But GOG for sure probably does function better on for MK1 through 3. It's only $5.99 for all three of them right there.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm gonna get that today, definitely, because I for some reason forgot that it was on GOG.
It's the MS-DOS port of the games. It's not the arcade ones. It's DOS. But, you know, if you never had a chance to go back and play them, do it.
Yeah, and I also, on 360, I think I played the collection, and to be honest, it wasn't as good, you know, it felt a little bit clunkier, and I do feel like the DOS version is probably better than that even.
It might be.
Ah! Love that move.
Yeah, it's great.
So in the chat, do you guys have any questions for Tabmok here about MK2 or early MK in general? Like, what about those guys in the background there? Any people's names that you want to attach?
Yeah, I do. Those things, they're called Shadow Priests.
Shadow Priest, yeah, I saw him in Shaolin Monks too.
Yes, they brought him back for Shaolin Monks. There's even, you'll see him a little bit in MK3. I think that's Steve Baran, if I'm not mistaken. I read who it was, and off the top of my head, I want to say that was Steve Baran.
You know, if you use Reptile's acid ball, it can be exploited.
Huh.
Like doing it over and over again, and you're getting it into a... Oh!
I'll exploit you with it.
Okay, I'll give you a try. I'll let you see. Oh, hey, that was a pretty good, like 30-something% damage.
The invisible slice. I love that one so much.
Fatality.
Man, I am all over the place.
Yeah, depending on what time it is, you may be in one place or you may be in several.
Yeah, I'm used to it by now. I gotta go to the Mortal Kombat Doctor, which is actually, you know, Philip here. So, have you seen that Mortal Kombat Doctor? It's a YouTube video where.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I should go to him. I should go to.
It doesn't make any medical sense, and they just roll with it. I love it.
Yeah.
Can you eat his head while invisible? Not in this port, you cannot. But in, like, I think the Sega Genesis, Sega Mega Drive port, you can.
Shang Tsung.
Which do you prefer, Tabmok? The Sega Genesis or the Super Nintendo versions of, I guess, all of the first three?
I really, since I grew up with the Super Nintendo and not a Sega, that's the one that I prefer.
Me too.
There are some cool things that Sega has, though, like, they have better codes in the games, for sure. I mean, they have, like, a Fergality in the Genesis one, they've, you know, of MK2. Like, a Fergality, they snuck their own hidden move in there, that's crazy.
Wow. And then later on, of course, console differences meant, you know, different characters and stuff like that.
Yeah, the biggest difference was with MK Trilogy, like, different characters to choose from, it's nuts.
Yeah, that's a great way to make both ones feel unique. I think that's the philosophy is based on conquest. Correct me if I'm wrong, but is it true that whoever becomes Mortal Kombat champion is granted immortality or at least stunted again until the next tournament?
Yeah, they, like, are prevented from aging. You know, they never said that for sure, but think about it like this. Shang Tsung is, Shang Tsung, they said that he's prematurely aged by the gods. But that doesn't make any sense, because he's supposed to be so old anyway. How does he prematurely age? It only makes sense if you say, well, he was the Mortal Kombat tournament champion, so he shouldn't have been aging, and the gods punished him by making him age anyway. So then as a result, you know, Shang Tsung started, like, stealing souls to keep his youth.
That's kind of funny to think about.
You really have to think about it a lot, and you really have to kind of wrap your head around it. That would make sense if it's in the games.
So does he look at himself in the mirror, start seeing wrinkles, and go out and just start killing people? Is that how that goes down?
Yeah, for sure. And there's also some deep stuff in the lore, like, not just any soul will do. He needs Earthrealm's finest warriors. He needs the souls of those.
That reminds me of one of my favorite animes. The bad guy in it has to eat people who are special in order to get stronger. So, very similar to Shang there.
It is. Alright, I'm gonna do one of the hardest fatalities in the game. It's really difficult. I'm probably gonna mess it up, but I'm gonna try it.
I got it! Oh, nice! Oh.
That
I love
one's
how
really
the blood's
tricky.
on top, too. The blood's on top of my body completely as a different layer.
Yep. You got soaked. Oh,
Yeah.
Scarlet
Bloody hell.
has a question. Yes, sorry. I actually got one question about Scorpion. If Hanzo was killed before the Shira Ryu was destroyed, right, how does he know that Sub-Zero was the guy who killed his family? It's either in some versions of the timeline, right? Like Scorpion
Planted memory.
Yeah, Scorpion's like watching his family get killed in front of him. Like that's like MK Legacy style and some other timelines. And then on the other hand, he could have heard about that after death, since, you know, Quan Chi's talking to him and stuff. He could have learned about that after his own death. So there's a number of ways that could have went down, you know?
Yeah, I like the mind games Quan Chi version of it, where he's just in his head about it and just keeps reliving the memories and the moments. Ah!
I know, that was
Really?
the cheapest way to win.
Oh, man, I just don't have the right sunglasses for this.
So you know what else is neat about the Super Nintendo port of Mortal Kombat 2? Is that the red Johnny Cage is his default.
Really?
Yeah. I got so used to the Super Nintendo port that for a while when I started going back into the arcades, it was weird to see blue Johnny. Like this red one just seemed normal.
Ah! I want those leg guards that he's got too. Gotta get those. I think what's that Etsy seller that you interact with sometimes that just has the arm guards? Can't remember there. Is it?
The guy's name is
I-
Josh. I'm trying to remember. Yeah, IFX Studio. That's it.
Yeah, IFX. That's it.
And he would actually go down and track them down. He'd be like, okay, the original ones were Rawlings, so let me get some Rawlings
Jeez.
like baseball guards, shin guards. That's what they did.
That's great.
I know.
I
And then
should-
so
I
he
should
makes
do it
sure
that
his
way.
3D model is based on the actual stuff that they use.
Wow. Yeah, and just McCollum's that way too. I feel like just paying attention to every detail, making sure it's accurate. Just like that Buddha that you showed me.
Yeah, we tracked. Justin McCollum and I both have one of the original Buddha lawn ornaments. And he would like do a 3D scan and made sure that for his miniature one, it was identical. Like everything about
Yeah.
it.
I can't wait to release his video today. We have on our channel, we have his amulet unboxing coming up. So make sure you guys check that out just because Just McCollum makes some awesome stuff in terms of 3D, stuff on his shop. So you'll want to see those and you'll probably want to get them as well.
And you know what? Let me get one more thing out from my bag of stuff. Oops, did I pause
All right.
it? Yeah. Let me pause this for a
Yeah.
second. I want to get
All right.
one more thing to show you. I think that as a Justin McCollum fan and a Sub-Zero fan too, you're really going to like this one. I'll be right
Ooh.
back.
Hey, is it my amulet? I think he might have my blue amulet that Justin McCollum actually recently released. He released new amulets. It wasn't that long ago. I think it was about when he opened his shop back up again, maybe a month ago or something like that. He added a bunch of products. He had like 10 new amulets added that have to do with all sorts of stuff, including even the special forces, I think.
Okay, so
Comes.
we've got here a
Yes!
snowman.
Oh, yes. I want that. I saw that on his shop.
You know what
Oh.
that's from?
Yes, it's my friendship. Yes. It's my friendship in what, MK2, right? Or is it... I think it is MK2. Yes,
MK3.
yes.
MK3. MK2 is by a Sub-Zero
man, I
doll.
always mix the two of them up. Because there's not... I need to get that. And really, the polar bear. Does he sell that one?
Not yet. This is a sneak preview.
Ooh, an early model. That's beautiful. I'm gonna have to get both those and have them like a shelf in the background or something on that because I definitely want the snowman. I'm gonna get the snowman when I get his other amulets for sure.
Yeah, so he's so talented. He always makes all kinds of great stuff. I love everything he does. Like you were saying before, he's got like a Special Forces one, an Outer World Investigation Agency one. He's got the Dragon Medallion, you know, that Sub-Zero and Sector fought each other over. He's got so many cool things going on. Yes, I love that. I love that one.
Yeah, I looked at when I was editing the video and I looked at the source, and this is like almost better than the source. Like, this is like higher quality, better detail, the way the dragon looks. It's like he somehow made something that's just on par with what it actually looks like in the game, and that's very difficult to do.
We went through the original textures files, and we extracted them from the game and made sure that the 3D prints that he's making are like top-notch.
Yeah, they're like a step above because it's like HD instead of, you know, the lower resolution that those originally were. So you look at that and it's like, this is the HD model. This is what the new game's how it will look. And I can't wait to put this on my Deadly Alliance outfit, I believe.
Your powers will be stronger than ever once you do that.
Yes, the Dragon Medallion's important to me. And I also, of course, as you guys saw in the other stream, I have Bo Raicho's Drunken Master.
The Warrior Medallion.
So there's that.
That's what Shujinko used to get into the Lin Kuei.
Oh, hey. Yeah, that will be helpful when Shujinko comes into the channel. You did send me in PM a really nice beard that I'm definitely going to get for Shujinko. So thank you for that. And I wanted to say on this is where they took this from the statue, right? That's the face of the statue, right? It looks almost exact.
I don't know. I can't tell. It's possible.
Maybe not. Maybe it's similar. I'm not sure.
I don't know. I'm looking at the statue right now. Who knows? Who knows? You find all kinds of crazy connections, though, when you look far enough, you know?
Yeah.
Don't let Frost steal that amulet from you, by the way.
Oh, yeah. No, she's not stealing anything from me. I watch out for not only her, but Smoke, because Smoke likes to steal in a lot of things, too, like animations, like just McCollum's and stuff. Which, of course, Justin McCollum, he does have a YouTube, and he does do a lot of great animations on there, so you should check him out. Sorry for the plugs. It's just I feel like, he's actually having a little bit of a hard time right now, and he's a great guy, and I'd love to give him a little bit of a pick-me-up. And so you guys should definitely check out him on YouTube. Subscribe to him. Definitely subscribe to tabmok too while you're at it. Here we are on Twitch. So go to his Twitch and follow him there. That's tabmok99, as you guys heard in the last stream. Flip it around. You got Mortal Kombat 99.
It's combat backwards, yeah.
Or wait, would it be 99? It would be backwards nines, I think, at that point. So
I can't think of what a backwards 9 is.
Yeah, it's hard. It's with numbers. It doesn't easily work out. But everybody, how's your day been? Oh, it's been good, Stan. How about you? Just playing MK2 with tabmok here.
Stan is a good guy. I first met Stan through my YouTube. He hooked me up with a prototype of MK Special Forces. So Stan,
wow.
Yeah. There are actually two people that hooked me up with one of them, but Stan was one of the guys that did that. So Stan is awesome. Stan is great. And now he's a member of my Discord as well.
Well, welcome, Stan. Don't let Frost steal it, Sub-Zero.
Let me see what else.
Good, right?
There was something that I meant to answer.
He's here.
Hey, Scarlet said, Bloodthirsty says, okay, another question. How come Kuai Liang never knew that Lin Kuei attacked the Shirei Ryu? Where was he? How come Kuai Liang never knew that the Lin Kuei were attacking the Shirei Ryu? You know, it's hard to say. If he wasn't involved in that attack, he was off doing something, I guess.
I decided I needed to go get a Frosty at Wendy's. I had to go all the way across the world to get it, and so I missed all of that.
What flavor did you get?
Well, I got chocolate. Chocolate's where it's at.
It's awesome having a private jet, though.
Right, yeah. I didn't have to ice slide my way around like I used to have to before I got rich, you know. I started selling ice cubes. You know, instead we sold ice in stores, and I became the major retailer for that. Actually, what you probably don't know is here and some other places near here, there's actually a Sub-Zero, like, what's that called? I should know this. It's like nitrogen-related, ice cream freezing. It's like Sub-Zero temperatures. It's like called Sub-Zero's ice cream or something like that.
Well, I hope there's a picture of you in front of that place.
Not yet. Not yet. I actually wanted to do a video where I tried it out, so still have to do that, though. So, yeah, do we want to answer some more questions here, or what do you want to do to probably I could probably have another half hour or so I could probably do this for, because I do need to get Just McCollum's video done.
Yes, you do have a video that you're working on. So thank you for taking the time to do this.
Thank you for having me on. I loved playing, even though I lost. We'll have to figure out how many losses this actually ended up being, and you can tell me in PM or wherever. Actually, how about you guys, like you were saying earlier, how about you guys tell us what charity you think this should go to?
Yeah, whatever the chat says, we'll go with that charity.
Cool.
Yeah, so pick one that you like. I know you did COVID-19 last time, and if you guys want to keep going with that, that's cool, or any other charity that you guys want. I guess we'll get into some more battles so we can raise some more money.
Ryan, will you ever make another video game flaws video? Do you mean of the Mortal Kombat, or do you mean of just like a different game? Because part of the problem is it takes so long to plan those types of videos out.
Also, I have no flaws.
You have what?
No flaws.
Yeah, there's no flaws in Mortal Kombat. Everything is perfect. I would never insult it. That's the thing about it. Once we called it video game flaws as a name, there were always these fans that thought we were saying that the games weren't good, that we didn't love them. And I love games with flaws. The flaws make a lot of games greater, actually. Give them character.
I love the fact that there are glitches and mistakes and things put in there on accident that the programmers didn't intend.
Yeah, me too. As long as the game still functions. Unlike Special Forces or, I mean, it still functions, but not well.
Exactly.
Fatality.
Maybe a charity for the nurses.
Go to the ice cream store. Yeah, I will go to that nitrogen Sub-Zero place. I wanted to. It was originally going to be a TikTok video.
But it's different now. Like, is that place still open?
Yeah, you have to. It's like a half hour away, though. It takes a little bit to get there, but it would be really fun.
Yeah, it would be.
Actually, I don't know if it's still open now, if that's what you mean.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Yeah.
Everything's kind of crazy.
Look at that in the background there. Is that somebody in specific? Dressed with the hat of Raiden right there? Oh no. Ooh, I love how the trees though are so evil. Have their faces on them. Scares me as a little kid.
Guess whose face that is, screaming in the background?
I'm trying to see it.
Once I tell you, you'll know. You'll see it.
Man, I feel like I recognize it, but I can't. Wait a second. I can't. I almost want to say it's... No, it's not like Carlos Casino. I don't know why I want to say that. I don't know who it is.
Ed Boon.
That's Ed Boon?
Yes.
Oh, I see it. I see it now. It's up near the eyebrows. I can see it up there. Yeah, I did not know that. That's great. So Ed Boon's screaming at us in the background, just like Sub-Zero would have.
And now you can hear Ed Boon scream at you.
Yep, that's true. And he does the get over here for literally every game, right? Does he do it in the Scorpion's Revenge movie even just for like a second, just to get him in there?
No, he doesn't.
Ah.
I wish he did.
Just so he could show up on IMDb.
Yeah, I wish he did. That would have been cool. I don't know if you heard about this, but there is a Looney Tunes character.
Oh, I did see that. I did see that the Daffy Duck, right?
Yep.
That's great. I love the crossover. I actually I go back to some of those old '90s WB like Animaniacs and stuff. Those are great to go back to. And so having that crossover kind of reminds me of that kind of stuff.
Okay, so speaking of Animaniacs, if you ever play the Shujinko game, which I can't wait, there's a coin that you can collect. There's all kinds of coins that you can collect, but that graphic came from an Animaniacs game for Super Nintendo.
Really? Nice. I'm going to love that. The Animaniacs game for Super Nintendo. I did play the Looney Tunes, not the, it was, what's the other one? With where they're younger and it's...
Tiny Toon Adventures.
Tiny Toons, yes, Tiny Toons. I played that Super Nintendo game. I didn't play the Animaniacs one though, surprisingly.
So Scarlet Bloodthirsty is asking where was Ed Boon from the Living Forest. His face was used as one of the trees.
It's the tree that's screaming, right? Not the one that's laughing.
Exactly. I don't know who the laughing tree is.
Well, that's something for a new video, maybe.
Yeah, really.
Ooh.
Alright, I messed up Raiden's uppercut fatality. I'm gonna give it another chance. I'm gonna try that again.
It's hard seeing fire in the background like that. Not Hornbuckle, right? And Blaze.
Exactly.
So that's the introduction of Blaze then, too, in a way. Or for sure. Oh, I got it. I got the cheap. Oh, yep. Oh, wait, one more. Oh, I wanted to beat him with the cheap trips. It's one of the ways I won as a kid.
Ryu Kang says Blaze was originally called Torch. That's true. The fans said they were called Torch and Hornbuckle.
When's Hornbuckle coming back? Come on, I mean.
That's right.
Deserves to be a character. It's a great name. It's very catchy. Everybody would love that.
It's such a funny name. Let's see if we can get to Smoke this time. Just, like, try to uppercut me.
Is it just a random amount of uppercuts? Is that...
Well, and this move.
Oh, the two of them combined.
Well, no, like, uppercut will do it,
Counts as it.
or Kung Lao's move. It'd be cool if we could fight Smoke.
What are the odds?
I don't know.
Probably super rare. This is the move I'm best with, actually. It's like one of the easiest moves to do. And was this the move for the casual players to be able to really do some damage? Because it seems like forever it's pretty much done a lot of damage and been a very easy thing for people to do.
There's only one move that does more damage, and that's Liu Kang's bicycle kick.
Mm-hmm.
Whoops. Are you guys playing the MK Collection online on Xbox 360 or PS2, or are you on PC using Parsec? That last one, Stan. Whoa!
Whoa!
Oh, last possible second. We did it.
Yes!
I was almost ready to give up.
Congratulations, Tabmok.
Thank you. We found the passage from the Outworld to the Earth Realm.
This is a great thing to have in this stream. Now you must battle with the Undiscovered Warrior from MK1.
Round one, fight.
There it is.
Well, I'll never beat him.
Hey, you did some damage. Ooh.
I can
Never say
inflict
never.
some damage, yeah.
Your soul is mine. I know. I want to root you on because you came back. Like at first you weren't doing as well. I think you can beat him though.
It's doubtful. On the Super Nintendo version, I can for sure. I've got patterns there that just don't work in the arcade, you know?
Is it because it's a faster frame rate?
No, it's specifically because the AI will fall for things on the Super Nintendo port. Like if I do a fireball, he'll almost always jump back and land on it, which doesn't happen here.
Oh. So the AI is way inferior than on Super Nintendo and Genesis.
Yep.
Because the revisions, right? Because they kept updating it.
I don't know. I think it was just something that Acclaim introduced. You know, that Midway didn't have that flaw, but that exploit, but Acclaim introduced it when they ported the game.
Interesting.
Oh, no.
Oh, hey, got it.
You freeze
Got it
me,
right
but
there.
I can't freeze you.
Oh, close. Now that's a fun one. Oh, not close enough. Yeah.
Maybe better luck against Noob Saibot. Yeah, if we can last for 50 rounds, we'll see.
24 more wins. Well, actually, we are probably even close to 50 because this reset at some point. I think we had to close it and reopen it again.
We did, but if we want to fight Noob Saibot, I'd have to get to 50.
Oh, okay. Let's do that then. Let's get to 50, and that will be probably our end point then.
Oh, you have that kind of time, dude?
Yeah, I can manage another 20, 24 or so.
Awesome.
Oh, yeah, I'd love to end with something like that. We got smoke in this after all.
Yeah, for sure.
Shang Tsung wins.
And I'm definitely, are you going to be reposting this on your YouTube? Because if you do, I definitely will, share it around. But either way, even if it's just on your Twitch, I'm going to share that around right after the stream's done. So people
cool.
can get a
Thank
lot
you.
of lore. They can get a lot of fun, classic MK2. I did tweet about it, but there's going to be some people who probably want to watch afterwards.
I'll
too.
put it on YouTube, like maybe tomorrow or the next day. Yeah.
Oh, cool. I'll definitely tell a lot of people about it. Oh,
Yeah. Thank you, man.
50 rounds, but 25 fights. Oh, hey, it could. Is it about rounds? Is that, or is it? I think you were saying fights.
I think it's fights. Not only is it fights, it's wins. It's got to be 50 wins in a row.
Oh, well, it helps that you're kicking my ass so much. If I didn't let you win, we wouldn't be able to end with noob. I want my brother to be in this. I have to be a noob to get noob, huh?
That's how it is.
Ooh.
Oops. Not that time.
So you win 50 times and you face a noob. That's a strange scenario.
Oh,
Think you
remember.
face like the Elder God or something.
Remember, this game, the word noob, the name noob here predates the use of noob as somebody who's like doesn't know what they're doing.
Right. Right. And isn't this basically the origin of the word? It comes from Mortal Kombat, or I don't. Sure seems like
I'd have to look into it, but probably.
That's great. It's such a big word. You know, we're gonna use that word forever.
Yeah, it's never going away.
I wonder how many people still don't know it's their last name. There's still a lot of people like that. Usually the younger fans.
Every once in a while, somebody discovers that, you know?
Friendship.
Oh, a scorpion doll.
You got it.
Well, how about this instead? How about that? It's a Sub-Zero
How about that
doll.
one?
Yeah. That's how it should be. Okay. Let's go again. Newbie booby. Yep, that's what Baraka would say. Play him.
Seriously? A
Scorpion
Scorpion doll? Yep.
Round one fight.
Oh my. What's that statue of in the background? That really big one.
Oh, that really big one? I have his name somewhere.
Some sort of a god.
Yeah. Some fans like tracked down the name of that god, the name of that statue.
Those dragon statues in the background are very interesting as well. Look at their heads.
Yeah, and it looks like there's some dead bodies too. It looks like Johnny Cage's sprite, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh yeah, that does look like that. A lot of detail that you don't see on like the Super Nintendo and stuff. That you just get on either arcade or Windows. I love his stagger. I love his finish him. It's just almost like he's headbanging.
Yep.
It's really great. I love how silly those types of things were. Every single character has their own character, the way they're stunned at the end.
It's true. It's true. They all have their own little dizzy animation. You get a little bit of the flavor of each of the actors, you know? You get like Rich DeVizio's take on it. You get Anthony Marquez's take on it. Ho Sung Pak's. They're all great.
Yeah, and it's fun watching those old clips too of them making it, because they were having a lot of fun doing it.
Yeah, look, I didn't even know this one. When filming that Friendship, Dan Pacino was actually holding a Bruce Lee VHS tape.
Wow. That's great. I wish there was a picture of that.
Yeah, me too.
That's on the, since it's not lost, it's just the screenshots.
I try to follow everything that the developers and the actors are saying about the Mortal Kombat games, but even I don't remember hearing about the Bruce Lee tape stuff before.
Yeah, that's so perfect. Love those white shoes he's got on there too. Totally 80s. To my best fan. I need to get that from him. He has that on his I think it's on his eBay and I don't remember if he has an Etsy, but he's selling that signed autograph.
Yep.
Of himself as Johnny Cage. It's a classic. Didn't he also, he met The Miz and he met Kofi Kingston and some others, and I think he gave The Miz, who was a big fan of his signed face, so.
Yeah, I've got one of those things too. They're great. Dan is awesome for taking something like that, some obscure little thing in a couple of the old games, and like making that a real thing he can give them.
Yeah, it's so fun.
And it's really authentic because he actually is the guy who signs it. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's perfect. I'll never get. Oh, that punch. What was that? How did I do that?
Block and low punch at the same time.
Hey, that's easy.
See if you can do it when I'm up.
Oh, and there's a throw. Okay. I have Sub-Zero posters thanks to tabmok. You recommended some for CyberFox there?
You know, Dan. Oh, there's the Atomics logo. Yeah, Dan Pacino was really nice. He actually made a couple of autographed posters. He signed them right then and there on the spot, and I sent them to her.
Oh wow! Was that of the what's that artist name that's made all of those great ones for Pacino and DeVizio and such?
I think I know who you mean, but this was like a photo, and it was done like MK11 style.
Mm-hmm.
CyberFox will probably show you a picture of them. They're really great.
I think I may have even seen them, but yeah, I'd love to see them again. Jog my memory.
They're really nice looking. The costume looks exactly like the one you're wearing right now. It really looks like your costume.
I love this costume. This is actually quite comfortable too. It's quite affordable. It's about $60 for the full thing, and it comes with pants and everything. So
that's awesome.
And there's a lot of good hoodie, pajama types of Sub-Zero stuff too. Like the thing you were wearing for your Sub-Zero Scar video. It's like I'd never even seen that one. How many are there? Because I have a Sub-Zero pajamas, then there's a robe, and then there's that, and then I saw another one online just the other day that looked like pajamas, just a different interpretation. It was his MKX costume.
They make a lot, and there's a lot of them out there that are unofficial too. But some of the unofficial ones are really amazing.
Right. I think I do have the official socks. I think Mortal Kombat is selling Sub-Zero and Scorpion socks now, and
yep.
I found that interesting. It's like, okay, you decide to sell a couple things here and there, and socks are one of them. I want Mortal Kombat socks. These are great.
Yeah, I got the Mortal Kombat socks. They're freaking awesome.
Yeah, it almost makes you not want to wear them too. You just want to have it as a collection.
Yeah, well, I'll still wear them, but not too much.
Right, you don't want to lose that color.
Stan, we're using Skype to talk.
Which I think it's actually working out this time.
But you know,
surprisingly.
Here's a secret that Microsoft doesn't want you to know. There's two different Skypes. You've got the Skype app, and then you've got Skype for desktop.
Oh, you mean like you go through the Windows Store for that one, huh?
Yeah, well, if you go through the one not through the Windows Store, that one usually works better. The one that you download through their website.
Yeah, I'm not sure which one I'm on, but I'll definitely give it a check. I know that there's also Skype for Business too, which adds to the confusion of it all.
It does add to the confusion.
I want to earn money to get the Grandmaster costume from MKX. Yeah, that's a great costume. Where do you think that you'd be getting it from? Have you looked up any sellers? It's pretty hard to get the MKX one. A lot of those costumes too, when people sell them on Etsy, they're like $1,000 and stuff.
Oh, you almost had me. Okay, free uppercut.
Oh, nice.
Oops.
I won a round.
Whoops.
My first round, I think, in this entire thing.
Is that really
I'm not
true?
allowed to win a match at this point. It would be wrong. So I'm getting better, and I would have won the next probably 16 or so matches, but I don't want to not have my brothers show up. Gotta be a noob to get a noob. That's what they always say. I mean, I know nobody says that, but...
Oh, I hear people say that on the streets all the time.
Yeah, yeah, it's common. I think you've seen them, Subby, on Twitter, on Instagram. Yeah, I probably did. I need to see them again to refresh my memory. I've seen a lot of posters you see lately. When we're putting together that Combat COVID the other day, there was a lot of art and stuff that I went through and saw. So, ooh, kind of like that's what's stuck in my memory right now.
Shang Tsung
Oh, there's one. Let me see. What is Ryu Kang posting?
excellent.
Oh, snap.
Oh,
that
that
is
the
a
image?
Bruce Lee tape.
there it is.
Shang Tsung. Sub-Zero. Round 1, fight.
So Twitter is still in the background. I don't know if you mind, but I'm just letting you know. Oh, there we go. Yeah, that's great. Thanks for sending that in, Scarlet. Or not Scarlet, Ryu. Or Ryu. Kaner was telling me I was saying it wrong. I feel like when I'm told I say something wrong, I feel like I messed it up. Maybe even a little bit more after that, because I'm like, which one is it? Which one is it? Is it this one? Is it this one?
You know,
I don't want to say it right.
If you play Street Fighter the movie, the announcer says it like Ryu. So,
Yeah, it depends.
yeah.
And
So
then,
it's not
like,
wrong. It's just an alternate take on it.
Is it it's Cybot, right? That's one of the ones I've had to be corrected on lately.
That one is
Cybot
true.
versus
It is
Cybot.
Cybot.
I looked at Etsy and cosplay websites, but none of them under $100. Yeah, that's the problem. California has a hard time with rent because landlords are stingy with payments on crappy apartments. Most are $1,200 a month. Yeah, rent's becoming a higher proportion of people's money over time. It's crazy how insane it's getting in some places.
Shiri Ryu is often pronounced like Shiri Ryu, though. Yep.
I wonder what we could do for your costume situation, Ice Fangs. I'm sure there's probably something I could find that might be under $100. Might take me a little while, but as an example, the MK3 costume I have that you guys have seen, that one was I think $80. That's a pretty good costume. It's like a faux leather material. So you might be able to find something.
Round 2, fight.
But not in Russia.
Russia has all the cool stuff, man.
Yeah. Oh. That was a nice combo right there.
If I hadn't morphed
Emphasis
back
on hit.
right then and there, it would have been an even bigger combo.
Come on, go in my puddle. Now that kind of uppercut's gotta hurt. Your leg up like that. Ooh. Ah.
Oops.
Thank you
I
all
messed up
for
that
joining us
fatality.
here.
I thought I was walking closer to you. Then I was too far then.
Excellent.
So we're up to 30, I think 38 now. I think I'll pick Katana this time. Start mixing it up a little bit with my characters.
There you go. Love Katana.
When's the
with
last
that
time
fan.
you saw? Oh, there it is. Your fan. Did they just show up today?
Oh, yeah, maybe yesterday.
Nice. Is she still involved? You said her name's Catelyn, right? Is that how it's pronounced?
Yeah, that's correct. She's
She's still involved. Like, did she do? I think I saw her at a convention or something a couple years. I didn't see her personally. I saw that she did one.
Yeah, I took photos with her at Combat Con. She has a book about weight training for martial arts. She's out there. She has her own gym called PAL MMA Fitness. It's like kickboxing oriented. She's really great.
Wow. How many of them have gyms? Because
A lot.
probably like a third of them at least. It seems like, because you got Scorpion from the movie. He's got his own gym.
Yeah,
Chris
he's got his own.
Costa
Well, it's like
Mesa,
a Red Dragon Karate Studios.
right?
Yep, he's
And
yeah.
then you
A
have
lot of
Daniel
them are
Casita,
into
of
this
course.
stuff. Anthony Marquez, he's got Extreme Kung Fu (EKF).
Wow. You can learn from one of the Mortal Kombat fighters themselves. That is such a great thing. I really wish I was closer. I would love to be able to learn some moves from any one of them.
Yeah, none of them are out there in Portland with one of these things.
And then you have like John Parrish, who does lots of workout related stuff as well. Like, he's got his own program, right?
Yeah, he's really into the building muscle and bodybuilding stuff.
Well, I mean, of course he's. I mean, it's perfect for him, right? Everybody fit into their roles.
Yeah, you could tell like this is not just something they did for like just for shits and giggles. This is a way of life for them.
Right. Who they were, and they signed up for the thing that represented them. And Anthony Marquez, he's got his own band too, which I think that's great. That Kung Lao
Yes,
band.
Kung Lao and the Scorpions. I've got the CD. It's awesome. He's a great singer. He's really got a pair of pipes.
Can you get the CD, or can you get like on iTunes? How would I be able to get it? I would love to be able to buy it, to be able to support him.
Let me see if I can get him to send you a CD. But he's also on Spotify. But if you're like me, I'd rather have a CD.
Yeah, I would, but I also want to give him, the money for
Yes.
making it too, because I've heard a lot about. I don't think I've heard more than just maybe like one song, like during like a live event or something. But I did love it, and I do want to get the actual full album and support him. I think it's great. You said it's and the Scorpions.
Yeah,
Is that
Kung Lao
the
and
band
the
name?
Scorpions. Yep.
That's great. Why do we not all have that? You're not a real Mortal Kombat fan if you don't have Kung Lao and the Scorpions on CD.
Right.
I mean, no. See, the cheapness.
Wins.
The next Mortal Kombat, they should bring back animality and maybe friendship. Yes, please.
I was very surprised when they brought back Babe-alities in MK9, but they really made them work.
Yeah, I love how each character has their own unique, fun little thing that usually ends up they cry at the end.
Usually, yeah. Not Kratos though.
Yeah, a lot of the bald ones look alike. Ooh.
Shang Tsung wins.
So we're up to 40.
Fatality.
I really
That
do
would
think
look
it would be
weird.
awesome though to have, especially the animalities. Like Kotal Khan already turns into a jaguar. Like just go all the way with it,
Shang Tsung
Yeah, I really want animalities back, but I do want both of them back almost equally, to be honest.
round one.
I even, to some weird degree, want there to be the kind of the run from MK3. That run button where you can just kind of just run forward at twice speed or something like that.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Especially since they expanded the screen a little bit, I feel like. I'm not sure. MK3, is it wider than this?
No, it's about the same.
So then with MK11, since it's wider, at least it would take a little bit longer to get across the screen. So if it's a issue related to just being too fast, then I think that might actually work out.
They should give it a shot. See how it works.
Oh man, I feel like I'm getting worse. I think I've just accepted that I'm the loser in this. Yes. So what's your favorite arcade game, since you have arcade machines behind you?
Probably the one we're playing.
That's a good answer.
Yeah.
Because even if it wasn't, you wouldn't want to say that.
No, but it's true.
I mean, well,
I really like the fact that they snuck Pong into this game too.
Yes. How many matches is that? Isn't it 500 or some crap?
250.
Jeez. I only went to... I was at a friend's house. I remember my Japanese friend, Akira, and we played so many matches we actually did get to Pong, but it was the only time.
Wow.
Once.
Did you know going into it that Pong would happen?
Honestly, I don't think so. I think we were just surprised by it. We're like, what's this about? And that's the best way, really. I don't remember how long it took to do 250 matches, but they probably figured out how many hours that is, and then it became just this like great Easter egg.
Just imagine how many people must have lost their heads when that happened to them in the arcades for the first time. Somebody didn't know it was going to happen, and then bam, right in front of them, it's a thing.
Yeah, and how ridiculous for it to be Pong. It just like breaks you out of the game altogether. Feels so oddball. I love it.
Your soul is mine.
I love that animation too, as I turn green and lose my soul.
You know, there's a guy out there named Peach Keen Deem. I think I'm getting his name right. He makes this amazing statue of Shang Tsung doing a soul steal. Let me see if I can find a link and throw it up in the chat.
Yeah, I'd love to see it.
Round 1, fight.
You're playing and typing at the same time. That's how bad I am. You can just jump around.
Multitasking here.
And you're fine.
Not that fine.
I did manage to win my second round out of
I'm going to take this a little bit more seriously then.
Oh, is it down, up, or something? Let's see.
Down, up. Yep, that's it.
Same as Raiden, huh? Have you ever played any of those, no, of course you haven't. I think I got them off your website. I was gonna say if you played those Mugen games, Outworld Assassins and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, I love those. Dude, I love those so much.
There really needs to be more stuff like that. I would love if there was a MK game that was basically like Shaolin Monks, but just 2D like that. Just going through.
Yeah, like a good old-fashioned beat-em-up.
Yes, exactly. They should do something like that too. It's hard though. There's a million ideas. There's a million directions to go. Thank you for
there's the link to the statue if you want to check it out.
Definitely will. Click it. I'll click it right now just so I get a link up. Actually, no, wait, I can't click it because I'm in the window with you. So
don't worry about it. But later, I'll send it to you privately.
Yeah, you can link it to me. Cyberfox said she sent a link too on Instagram, or an Instagram link. It's in the chat.
Oh yeah, I see it.
Ooh! Yes! There it is. I'm not a fan of that.
I get it. I see what you did there.
I have to get some puns in here and there. Ryan just gave me an idea. A platformer made in Mugen. Yes, absolutely. That would be great. There's definitely a lot of platforming elements in the Outworld Assassins and the other one. I can't remember which one had more random obstacles and jumping around, but they do need to do more than that too, certainly.
Yeah, so the engine that those guys use to make games like that is called OpenBOR, which stands for Open Beats of Rage. It's like a, you know, like a take on Streets of Rage.
Aha.
Which, by the way, Streets of Rage 4 is coming out in like 4 days.
I wonder if I can manage to play that with Scorpion. We'll see if we can make that something like that happen, but I can't wait to play it either way. 44 wins. Oh. Outworld Assassins wins made. Yep. Sorry about that. It's just a lot of them come from the Mugen engine. And thank you for correcting me though, because there are a million different ways to do this, and I'm wondering about open bore. How easy is it to make a game within that? Are there programs that people prefer at this point? Because it has been a while since those games came out.
Yeah, you know, it's funny, because before Mugen, there was another one that people were using, SFIBM. It really wasn't as easy to work with, and it wasn't as customizable. It didn't have all the robust options. But people did some fun things with that before Mugen came out.
Yeah, I'm going to have to check it all out, because I do like kind of, you know, game design, and I would love to be able to make some, or even just be involved, or even learn how it all happens, just so I can appreciate it more. Oh, you meant to do a fatality.
Well, I can't do one every single time, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I could only do, like I said, the Striker one when I was a kid. I never had any of the booklets or anything. I just pressed a bunch of buttons and then figured it out once. Well, not just once. I learned it after that.
Oh, you taught yourself the fatality. You stumbled onto it.
Yeah, it's the only one I was able to. Because didn't have the booklet or anything. I think it's probably like in the instruction manual, but I think I got it used from like one of those rental stores, so it's probably just a cartridge.
Oh, okay.
It's a look on what were those websites? Not GameFAQs. GameFAQs was around, but like Cheat CC and stuff like that. Ooh.
So
on 56K.
Stan Smith is saying you should digitize yourself doing MK moves, and then he could turn you into a character for Mugen.
I would love to do that. I would love to do that. Please, please let me do that. Let's make this happen. I've been wanting to do that for a long time. I do have a green screen behind me, so thank you for the offer. Let's set that up somehow, because I have good lighting now. I just got new lights, so it should be perfect for that.
Yeah, I would love to see that.
I'd love to get a little bit more muscular first, but, you know, well, we can figure out when we want to do that. Maybe I could lift some weights in the meantime. Oh! Liu Kang is the easiest fatality. Can I talk to you on Discord? Yeah, I have to get another Discord. I don't remember what my old one was. It's been a while since I logged into it. I might just, you know, get back into that old account. And I'll let tabmok and I'll let all you guys know what it is, because we had a lot of trouble with Skype the other day, and I don't think we're going to have that trouble with Discord, because everybody loves it way more.
Hey, hold down on your controller after I uppercut you, okay?
Finish him. Shang Tsung wins.
Yes.
Aha! Look at that.
We made you slide down off of the spikes that time.
That's great.
I love stuff like that.
I did a little bit of a slide. I got some ice to come out, and then it loosened me up.
That's how it works.
That's you know, like all these little things. I love learning this stuff. I'm never gonna remember that, like well, I'll remember that one. That one I definitely remember.
You have to hold down on both controllers to make that happen.
Really?
Yep.
Wow. Did they do that on purpose? That's an intentional Easter egg, isn't it?
Oh yeah, that was definitely hidden very well on purpose.
Wow, probably at least 100 in each game, things like that, or close to it. Seems like. You find out about new ones every day.
Wins. Flawless victory.
I'll show you another one before the next match starts.
Have you ever made a Bizarrely Funny Discord server so all your fans can talk to you like in a yeah, I think we did for a moment there. I think it was a Bizarrely Funny server. I know I let everybody talk to me, but I don't know if it was actually Bizarrely Funny. We'll see.
Fatality.
We'll see if I did. I'll get back into the account and I'll see if I have those tabs. Is that how it works? Do you like in chats or something like that?
Yeah, they have like a bunch of different servers off to the side. All right, so for this next match, we gotta press down and low punch. Hold down and low punch after you pick your character.
And low punch is X?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, I guess I did it wrong. Sorry.
Oh, it's okay. Is it a different move or?
It's something like throwing disabled. Maybe it was down and high punch. I never do that code. That's like the one MK2 code that doesn't stick with me.
Well, we can try it next time.
True.
I'll just press high punch this time.
Shang Tsung wins.
Well, when you make a new Discord, will you create a BizarrelyFunny server? Yes, absolutely. I know that a lot of people want us to create a Discord. I've actually been hearing that for well over a year, and it's just I feel like kind of like I'm getting old with technology. It takes a little bit longer to learn new programs. So bear with me on that one, but I am gonna get it very soon, probably within the next week. I'll have it figured out.
Flawless victory.
I love seeing that fatality.
Yeah, me too. It's
Not
great.
on me, but Sub-Zero died by every possible death. I don't enjoy watching how he dies.
Yeah, it is down and high punch. I messed it up the first time. It's just like doing an uppercut.
I gotcha.
Throwing disabled.
There it is. Well, I rarely throw anyway, so.
Me neither.
Oh. But it's cool that you can turn it off like that.
If
I
only
like
you
how
could.
in MK11 you can change so many of the different settings for how the matches take place, even online.
Now, if only you could disable the throwing for the computer, because that's who really cheeses you with it, you know?
Yeah, right. Especially when it's really high mode, like high difficulty. They just like throw you every like 3 seconds.
Yeah, the higher you go up on the tower, the farther their throw can reach. It's crazy.
Oh, now Ed Boon, I'm just gonna see in the background now from now on.
Can't unsee him.
He's like telling me to fight harder. Oh. Okay, that's fun.
I thought you'd appreciate that one.
Yeah, I did. And I want to get something else in. Toasty.
That's it.
Shang Tsung
All right, let's see if we fight Noob now.
fatality.
All right. Does it happen right at this point here?
Yep.
There it is.
Round one fight.
Oh, and throwing
Nice, my brother.
disabled. I didn't know that was how it worked.
It enabled it.
No, I disabled it. That means I can beat him.
Oh, hey.
He can't throw against me. I didn't know that was a thing.
And that's even how he's cheap as AI in MK11, is he does a lot of throws when you set him up that way.
I wonder if I
That's
can
nuts.
beat him by timing it out.
Well, I'll be quiet for this.
No, you don't have to be quiet.
Focusing. I'll be quieter.
I can multitask. It's fine.
Okay. I really would love to see him. You're gonna beat him just based on the fact you did more damage. So you just need to hold him off for another 20 seconds.
Oh, what?
No! Oh wait. Oh. I forgot he had a spear. Holy God.
Well, that went south fast.
Yes, it did.
Fight.
He's my main in Ultimate MK3.
Well, you can't throw me. See, he was gonna try and throw me right there. I could see it. Oh, he did throw me, even though the throwing was disabled.
Man.
Oh,
Oh, no,
okay.
you can't see him in the background. Like, it just blends right in. The black, it's the same.
Dude,
Well,
honestly, that was the coolest thing I've ever seen done in MK2.
Excellent.
yes, I love that you ended the stream with this noob, 50. That's not just 50 wins you got. You got 50 plus 20 something. So we'll have to figure out what that is. Is anybody going to tell us in the comments what charity? Did we miss it last time?
Oh, somebody said that charity for the nurses. Ice Fang said that.
Yeah. What the Nurses Union or Nurses for America or something like that. It's is the last one I donated to. And that helps them get masks and protective equipment. But there's also Project Hope, which does a similar thing too. So I guess we'll just figure out soon which of those ones we want to go with. But nurses sounds great. Absolutely. They're on the front lines and they could use more masks. They could use more all sorts of equipment, as well as other medical workers. I shouldn't leave them out. Sometimes when you say nurses, you leave out just all the other people involved in that process that are risking their lives.
Yeah, you're right. There's a lot of people. There's a lot of different ranks, a lot of different jobs assigned, and everybody in the healthcare profession is really going through a tough time right now, I think. They're overworked, and a lot of them are getting paid less than normal too, as they're risking their lives. So it's kind of screwed up. So you're right. That would be a good charity for them, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. So thank you guys for requesting that be the charity. Thank you guys for joining us for this stream. Tabmok, I'd love to maybe have 5 or 10 minutes to just chat with you, and then we could probably have to leave about that time because I don't want just McCollum to have to wait too long on the video, but that's the only thing I got going on, and it's not really going to take me long to edit, so that's why I'm chill about time.
Okay.
I'm Sub-Zero after all.
Okay, awesome, yeah, man. So let's just talk for a little bit about each other. When did you first get into Mortal Kombat?
So what happened was they had this place called Royal Video down the street, and we would go there and rent games, and I rented Mortal Kombat 1. I don't know why my parents were okay with it, but I was like 6 or 7 years old. So I was born in 1989, so it's probably like 1996 or something like that. And I rented it, and Kano was my favorite at the time. I don't know why, but at 6 or 7 years old, Kano was my character, and I was so obsessed with it and the tournament and how that all worked that I had to get MK2, and I think I bought from the same rental place MK2 on Super Nintendo. And then me and Scorpion, Anthony, he would come over because he's my cousin. During summers, he would stay here, and we'd play MK2 and MK3 all the time. And then we'd go outside, we'd start kicking trees, pretending we were the characters, because we did a lot of stuff like that. So it's awesome, really, to be doing this, because this is my childhood, what I wanted to do in many ways. And so that's how I got into MK. What about you?
With me, it was also the first game, and it was also a rental. But it was at my friend's house. They had a Sega Genesis. So they rented it, probably from Blockbuster, I want to say. And even though it was like brand new, I think it was like the first night that it was available for rental.
Wow.
But it was like they knew ABACABB. They knew the blood code already right from the get-go. So we were playing with the blood mode on, and everyone's parents was like in the other room, not paying any attention, just kind of chilling. It was like a big group of us, and we were all mesmerized. We were all taking turns. So the night just seemed to go on forever. We were all waiting our turns, waiting for our chance to play, and I loved it so much that I ended up getting it for the Super Nintendo. And then even though the blood wasn't in that port, I didn't really care. Like, it was still a really awesome game despite that. And I would go through all the endings. I would look at all the bios. I would learn all the stories, learn all the moves, learn all the fatalities. I was just so enthralled with it. I wanted to absorb every aspect of Mortal Kombat there was.
Man, that's awesome. And that sounds like it was great for your first time to be with a bunch of friends, too. How old were you guys at the time playing that?
Let's see. I was probably about 9.
Wow.
Yeah. I was like 9 years old when that happened. I was born in 82, so I would have turned 10 later that year, but it was like a couple months away from my birthday. So, yeah.
You're making me think about Blockbuster now, too.
Yeah, be kind. Rewind.
There. Yeah. I remember that they used to let you rent game systems. That's something that disappeared.
Oh, yeah. I completely forgot about that.
Yeah, when I think I was like 7 years old, I got my tonsils taken out, and we rented the N64 with Super Mario 64. It was like the happiest time in my life, pretty much just being able to stay home, eat ice cream, and play a game system I didn't have.
Yeah, I remember too. The N64 was like a special one for me because, my brother and I, we saved up a bunch of money and actually were able to buy the console ourselves without having our parents buy it for us. That was
Wow.
like the first time we were able to save up, $200. That was a lot of money for a teenager.
Yeah, it's nuts to think how expensive that was compared to, the fact that game systems are only slightly more now. 200 was a lot more back then.
Yeah.
It's almost like dropping $1,000 now on a game system.
Well, I don't know about that, but maybe. There's
Yeah,
a
it's a little
website
much.
that would actually look at it. There's like a website that you can go to that would calculate it for you.
Yeah, definitely the inflation conversion and stuff. I hated Kano since. Yep. I liked Scorpion and Ermac in Ultimate MK3. They were my favorites. Did you ever rent the Mortal Kombat movie? I think that's probably for you because I didn't. I did see it. I think probably a couple years after it came out.
Yeah, I have
I
a
didn't
funny
see it
story
either.
about that. I did rent it before it was actually available for rental. So, I'm sorry, before it was available for purchase. So you couldn't buy the movie, but you could still rent it. And I just pretended that I lost it, and so then the video store charged me $100.
Oh my God! Back in the days when it could be infinite, right? They didn't have the law in place that you'd buy it after a certain amount.
They just said, yeah, you buy it, but it's $100. So that's what it costs.
Wow.
But apparently that tape is like a special edition where there's trailers and commercials on it for movies and stuff like that. That the ultimate one that they sold, the ultimate VHS, that the final retail copy differs from it in some way. So I've got like a special collector's edition just because I did that.
And I can't imagine what all that collection's worth with all those rare things you have like that.
Yeah, it
That's gotta be-
depends. What is something worth? It depends on what someone's willing to pay for it. But some of the hardcore Mortal Kombat collectors in the community probably would cough up a lot for it.
Yeah, and it's probably just going to keep going up as time goes on. It
Yeah.
means more and more to us. As you started to study MK lore and you started to study MK lore since 9 as well, since 9 years old.
Yeah, it's true.
Is that where it all started?
Yeah, like right from the beginning. Like they have the bios, they have the endings right there. I'm putting it all together.
That's great. So this is all attached to your childhood in terms of a lot of what you wanted to do, doing lore and stuff like that. That's a lot of what you were into when you were young, Mortal Kombat lore.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I loved reading the interviews with Ed Boon and John Tobias that all the gaming magazines posted. I still have all those magazines. Just putting together the story, putting together behind the scenes, like how the games were made. It's awesome.
Yeah, it is. It's great being able to see how these things you don't understand in the games have explanation behind them that's usually pretty deep and evolved over time. And you go, okay, well, why'd they do this? Well, look back to 1993. You'll find something there.
Yeah,
it's
right.
stuff
Like
like
you
that.
and I were just talking the other day about a reference in MKX where Scorpion will say something like to Takeda, like you have a warrior's name. And I'll be able to explain like the lore behind that is because Takeda is the name of the Shiri Ryu founder. So of course Scorpion has a deep respect for him.
Yep, all the way back to Conquest, which is great that there's also stuff that's like introduced through some of the series that aren't even the games. You have it kind of go all sorts of directions. You have to watch this, you have to read the comics here, and everything kind of mixes together. But then again, there is some confusion with some of that stuff too.
It can,
Like,
sometimes people will take something from the game, from the movies or the TV shows and kind of apply it to the games where they are separate continuities, even though there is a lot of spillover eventually. Like, I don't know if you saw it, but, Master Boyd from the movie, he is now mentioned in MK11. So, okay, he's canon. He's one of Johnny Cage's masters.
That's great.
Yeah.
What else questions you guys got for us? Since we're about to get off here, we'll take your final questions. For me, I was born in 1995. It started with MK2 and MK3 as well as the first movie. That's a great way to start it off.
It is. That's like the classic MK period. And of course, I'm sure, Ryu Kang, that you went back and played MK1 also. Scarlet, I wanted this earlier, but Scarlet was like amazed that Noob Saibot says, "Get over here." That's true. Yeah, when he does the spear.
Yeah, he does. Isn't that the only game he does the spear in?
Yeah.
Is 2?
It is. After that, they gave him
I'm
his
glad.
own moveset.
I'm glad, because then you'd have 3 people at this point with basically spears, because Spawn has got the same thing going on technically.
Oh, and Smoke.
Oh yeah, that's right. Oh my God. Well, Smoke is kind of like got everybody's movesets at different points.
And Triborg.
Oh jeez, it's just they're all built into each other.
And Chameleon. Okay, I'll stop. All right, one last one. Shujinko.
Wait. Oh, yeah, Shujinku.
He can do a spear,
you're,
too.
You're reminding me too that I need to get that beard. I need to get a robe too. Do you know where a good robe is for that? Maybe you probably already know offhand.
Honestly,
if you don't, I could research.
Probably a Jedi robe would be good enough.
Good idea. We just actually got one of those recently for Scorpion, so I'll probably just maybe even go with the same seller.
Okay, awesome. Awesome. Yeah, I think you have everything you need to throw together a Shujinko costume. I can't wait for that stream, dude.
I'll have to actually ask you in PM. I'll probably send you some clips of what my voice sounds like and stuff, so you can tell me whether or not I'm hitting it or not.
Oh, okay. Okay, that sounds fun. That
Do a little bit of planning on that, because I want to make sure it works for you too, because I'll be playing your game.
Yeah, we'll do it. We'll do it. Stan Smith's phone died. Unfortunately, Stan, we're about to shut it down. Cyberfox, you have a good night. Enjoy your meal.
Yeah, Cyberfox, thanks for stopping by, and thank you everybody who stopped by.
Yes.
I enjoyed having you along the stream.
Yes, thank you for my longtime supporters, and thank you for all you new people, too. It's really great seeing all these faces. Scarlet Bloodthirsty says, this is where I read about MK Mythologies, and I was like, wait, we're going to go for Sub-Zero only? I didn't know what kind of game it is in that time. Oh, she's talking about her Sega book. There's a book about Sega that she had in her childhood. Doesn't have it anymore. Hopefully you can get another one. Hopefully you can find it somewhere.
Yeah, hopefully, maybe I could help you get that somehow, because it's attached to your childhood. It's really important. It was fun to see Subby get his butt kicked. Well, not only did I get my butt kicked, but Noob came in, Smoke came in. We saw some interesting fatalities. Saw even me drop down from the top there on that spike stage.
Yeah, I love that, sliding down off of the spikes. It's awesome.
Yeah, I didn't even know that could be done. Several things in the stream I learned for the first time. Every time I'm on with you, tabmok, I learned something new, so thank you for teaching me. You're like my sensei in some ways. So
thank you. Maybe
eventually I'll be able to grab the pebble from inside your hand, but since we're far away from each other, it's not going to happen anytime soon. But bizarrely funny, for your Mugen game, can you send me the effects and other stuff you used for the first MK video you used? I'm not sure if we have the effects from the first one, because that was a different program in 2010. So it's a while back. I'm not sure if we have those same assets, but we can send you some other ones. There's actually a really good asset. It's called Action Essentials. It's a DVD, and you get blood effects, you get gun effects, you get all sorts of stuff. You can buy it, or you can find it other ways. And Action Essentials has basically all the blood effects we use. We just slightly modify them. Scorpion does make freezes and stuff in After Effects, but most of what you need you can get through stuff like that. There's also Detonation Films as well. They make some effects that you can just kind of add to your videos. But you don't need to make the effects usually. You usually can find them online. There's enough there. It takes a long time to make them, is all I'm saying. If somebody wants to do that, if that's your jam, that's not mine, though.
Yeah, maybe Anthony could help out with one or two of them, though.
Absolutely. He might even do a tutorial for that kind of stuff. He did do some editing tutorials in the past, so if you guys would like to learn, just let him know or let us know.
Yeah, awesome stuff. Stan Smith is working on his own Mugen game, and so he wanted to make the effects sort of look like what you did back in your first video.
I see. I'm understanding now. Yeah, we'll probably look for those deeper then. I'll try and see if we can get the old computer going, just because it's for the Mugen game. See you later, Stan. See you later, Scarlet. Ryu, I can see everybody in chat, actually, so maybe, let's see. Beaver Tom, see you later, Beaver Tom. Commander Root, Cyberfox, Ice Fangs, Lemon Juices. Lemon Juices, what a good name.
That is a good one.
Lyrics.
Lurks?
Mick Awesome.
Lurks, like someone's lurking?
Oh, I see Omid in here. Omid, how's it going? Omid is one of our longtime followers, and my cat is actually harassing. Well, not harassing me. See, she likes to, when she gets hungry, she likes to bite plastic just to tell everybody she's hungry, and she's doing that right now.
Animals are great how they communicate, aren't they?
Yeah, your own sense of language with them.
You know, my
We
dog
speak
one
plastic.
time went in front of the bag of dog food, just sat down right in front of it and stared.
that sounds sad in a way.
No, he knew what he
Looking
was
at it.
doing. He was just biding his time, because eventually people would look for him and they'd catch what he was looking at and they would know what to do.
That's a smart dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're awesome. Bye, everybody. Thank you for taking part in this stream, and thank you, Tabmok, for having me on. I had a blast. It was a really chill stream. Sub-Zero approves, and I learned a lot of moves. I think I'm going to be a lot better next time we play, if we play MK2. It's both of our favorite games, so I'm really happy to, relive my childhood with you a little bit.
I really saw your
And
skills pick up as the stream went on. That was awesome. I saw you pulling
let's hope
off
I
those.
keep them.
I love how you were doing the slides too. Like, it was just so fun. Like, you were like, "Oh, can't catch me, can't catch me, can't catch me."
It's the
Eventually.
easiest move to do, because you just hold everything down at once.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, no, it was a lot of fun, and even I learned something new about MK2. I had no idea about the whole throwing disabled and then carrying over into the Noob Saibot fight like that. I had no idea that could work.
well, thankfully, there was something that you learned too, and I hope you had a lot of fun as well. We'll have to do something like this in the future. Let me know if you find out how many losses it is. We could just go with 75 if we don't find out the number, because I think it was around 25 and then 50. But
I think it was 22 before plus 50, so probably 72 total.
all right, 72 then. That sounds great. So we'll figure that out on the nurses' different charities. I think it was the nurses' union, but I'll look into it to see what the charity was that I donated to last time, because I did look into that one and it was a reputable, great charity. So that's probably the one to go with. But love you guys in the chat. Love you too, Tabmok. I hope that you have a great rest of your day. I'll be talking to you in PM. Thank you for all that you've been hooking me up with on the lore and the links. Shujinku, trying to get me set up with that. I've wanted to play him for a really long time, and you're inspiring me to do so. So thank you.
Hey, well, thank you. It was really fun collaborating with you these last couple days, especially, I had a lot of fun talking with you the other day and playing against you now for the first time. This was really a lot of fun. We'll have to do some more collaborations and some more different types of things together. I definitely have some ideas in mind about things I'd like to work with you on. So, yes,
That'd be
thank
great.
you to everybody in the chat. Thank you for my first-time viewers and my long-time returning viewers. Thank you to everybody. We will see you at the next stream. Take care.
Make sure to subscribe to Tabmok.
Thank you.
See you later. Have a nice day.
And subscribe to BizarrelyFunny too. All right, bye, guys.
Thank you. Bye.